all weekend. We gonna need to smoke. The physical education part? Fuck this one. Hey, but I'm finna get a blood. You think you entertain them?
No.
I know you're not. What I got one for
There's some chocolate back here.
Yeah, got you some Twix.
Baby, are you leaving?
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Bye.
I wanna come back to what? Oh shit, I forgot how water boiling, bro. I'm tripping. Yeah. Tripping. Don't do drugs. I'm tripping, bro. What's up, Sean?
Chilling, bro. Fucking blowout.
Yes, the blowout. It was a bad game anyway, right? Bro, I couldn't even watch the game. I was trying to watch the game and shit. I couldn't watch the game. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you good.
That's good. Yeah,
Nah,
man.
that straight blowout, bro. I thought OKC was gonna come through and shit, I don't know. You know the
Blowout
NBA,
who?
bro, they know
Who
exactly
was
where they
blowout?
wanted it.
OKC
They got the
blowout.
Western Conference exactly where they want it to be.
What is it? 2-1 or 3-0?
It'll be 2-1.
Well, Minnesota blowing their ass out.
Yeah, I kinda had a feeling they was gonna get that home game. I
So
think it's gonna go to a game 7 because I think both teams are good at home. So I think it's gonna come down to a 7-game series.
I had to pour some boiling water. Hey, but real shit though. Damn, I hate I missed the game, but it's a blowout though. So I
I
kind of
mean,
figured they're gonna come back for his pride. Ain't gonna be like, I can't go out to no fucking SGA like this against Swift. He would have lost all his aura. He been like, fuck no.
yeah, I mean, I got it on the TV, but I was kind of like fading it. I've been kind of really fading in and out of the playoffs since the Warriors got eliminated, bro.
That's some whole ass shit.
I
You gotta
know,
keep watching.
can't, bro. I was just telling myself, I was like, man, it's actually cool to watch teams that when your team ain't in, you could just enjoy the games. But really, I ain't really enjoying the Western Conference just because I just want to see the Wolves get exposed, bro.
Nah, yeah, when your team lose to a team, that's how I felt like when Dallas lost to the play against Memphis and then Memphis got whooped. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I ain't about that shit.
Yeah, nah, it's for real because
Not right about
I
nothing.
hated that. Cause they was gassing the Wolves up when they beat the Warriors. Like y'all act like y'all beat them with Steph, bro. Like Steph was playing, y'all wouldn't even won that shit.
Mm.
Like Julius Randle was out here like front running, looking at Steph on the bench, like, yeah, you know I'm that. Like Julius Randle, you are not that nigga, bro. Like you alright, but come on,
Why,
bro.
hey, why is that shit a blowout though? Like, what they do different? They just locked up Shea, locked up Chet, just been locking
Honestly, I
up.
don't know what adjustments they did.
Cause,
I have no idea.
they kind of the same team. The only difference is that Ant is a two guard and Shea is the point guard. So they have like Mike Conley. Mike Conley probably can control the pace of the game. And Shea, even though he like a scoring point guard, he gotta kind of come in, kind of control the pace of the game and dictate on him. So it's the
Yeah,
difference the same. So it really can really be like, because with who they second best player, Chet, really, then they Julius
yeah.
Randle versus Chet.
Well,
So
they got players that know their role. I mean, you got Caruso, you got Dort, you got Lou Dort over there, you got Jay Williams. So I mean, they got pieces there. They're really like a full complete team. Like that's why people got them just winning a championship. But you know, on the other side on the East Coast, like Eastern Conference, I'm not sure how to. I think that's going to go to a game 7 too for real.
yeah.
But
I
Tyrese,
think
Tyrese
I ain't
Halliburton,
going
yeah,
to
he on one.
I think Pacers gonna pop them. It's over with. Because I thought the same thing with the Cleveland. Because Cleveland to me was probably like the most talented team in the East. You know what I'm saying? Like Rick, I was like, damn, they got a
Yeah,
scorer. This nigga, they got an MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, and they were just like, they got Darius Garland. They was like really looking nice over there, number one seed and shit, or damn near or whatever. But
Honestly, what changed the series in that one was Darius Garland. If you remember, he got hurt like the first two games. Like he was
yeah, he
just
was
hurt.
hurt.
Like he just sat out for like one or two games, and then they just looked tired, bro. Like Mitchell looked like, yo, I could only carry so much. Mobley wasn't. I mean, he was alright. You know what I'm saying? Like they haven't been there before, and Pacers have more experience. Pacers been there before, bro. Even last season, like people forget, like they was in the Eastern Conference. They got some experience in that.
And they get to avoid Boston. So it's like who really the best team besides Boston? And the East is really a toss up like a motherfucker because I think they're just a better team. I feel like them being a better team, the Tyrese celebrating the coaching, it exposed them because the first round the other side had more talent. You know what I'm saying? The second round it was some injuries, but even at a certain point, even though they won, it was like damn, we couldn't even really get to a game seven because at a certain point, even Donovan Mitchell was hurt, but it was just certain points. It was all like
Mm-hmm.
I can tell y'all like y'all already know like y'all just satisfied like yeah with number one
Yeah,
seed. Fuck, I got defensive player of the year. It was a good year. Coach won coach of the year. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah. It
was
was
like
like a whole
fuck it.
bunch of gaslit and shit. Like
Yeah, it
they're
was a lot
good.
of reward.
They're a good regular season team. They're like Joel Embiid. Like Joel Embiid, if he's fully healthy, the man is unstoppable in the season. But you got to prove that in the postseason. It was a reason why people were debating with the Embiid and Jokic. Like, okay, who the best big man and this, that, and the third. But Jokic won that debate because he's there in the postseason and got a championship and everything like that. But even when they won that championship, they had KCP, they had like a full loaded roster over there, and then they kind of got rid of those pieces. And now you see they didn't really show up the way they did. Like I think they got to do something about Russell Westbrook. I don't think Westbrook should really be there. I think they got to do something about Jamal Murray and really just figure out what Jokic wants because I don't think Jokic really wants to leave Denver. I think that's where he's at. Like he content where he at. So
You never know.
you never know. I mean, we never thought that Luka would get traded. We never thought that AD and all this shit was gonna happen. So the NBA is really is just trying to bring in ratings.
How you feel about
Mhm.
niggas and they bitches controlling them? Like feel a
You
bitch
said,
controlling you. How you feel about that? Or
you
like your
said,
bitch, or they say like your bitch run you. Do you feel like to be in a relationship that your bitch gotta run you, or how you feel about that shit? Or you feel
nah,
like fuck that
I think
bitch?
it should be balanced. I think it should be balanced out. I think both individuals should respect each other, and that'd be a balance. I don't know any man that would want to be in a controlling, like running type of relationship like that with a female,
No,
unless
for
it's like
real.
real good. Like it got to be some good.
I want saying I need you to get on this live and address this. Explain. But not what you saying. Some good ass pussy. Pussy don't even be worth it, bro.
We'll find that right one, I guess.
It's like pussy's
But
like food.
you
Like
never know. Like
you can have the
some
best
dudes,
food in the world, but at the end of the day, it's all like damn.
you never know though, bro. Like some dudes like that type of. There's dudes out there that like that shit though. Like they like some dudes like being ran. I guess. I mean, I don't know.
Some
Like
guys
they
like getting ran.
like
You think it's
getting
that bad?
told what to do and shit. Like,
You think it's guys like being like told what to do?
mm,
You think it's guys that like being told what to do, like a mommy?
I
And
think
fucking,
to a certain extent. Not me though. I'm not in. I don't like controlling women.
I feel you. I'm not either. I was just trying to spark conversation. That's really what I was gonna get saying on here. We're gonna talk about that shit. But I was like, shit, I got Sean on here. We're gonna talk about that shit anyway.
Yeah, he good. I
Oh,
hit I hit saying say we're going live, but
fuck that nigga Sean. I don't need that nigga Sean, bro. It's D Money. It's D Money and fucking Sean in the building, nigga. You know what the fuck it is? Mavs Fan on crack. Nigga, a lot of niggas try to play. I'm
mm,
still here, bro.
oh yeah.
Good shit. But hey, yeah, bro, Pacers gonna pop them. He's gonna pop. I just think they had better see. The Pacers and Knicks is a good one because the Knicks is like they're a really good team and they fight for it. They're just getting really outcoached, but I don't know, man. I think the Pacers can.
Hey,
I
what did
think.
you?
Hmm?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
It looked like the Pacers can pop anybody, but at the same time, I think the level and like you said, the commitment and people play their role in OKC. You never know, bro. So I think whoever gonna come out the West could possibly win it, but you never know. This is gonna be a good. This is gonna be a good series. You can't really predict since we don't know nobody. It's like a change of guard. Like we really don't know till we know. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So we can't
I'll be
predict
right.
nothing.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna still be on here. I gotta get some real quick. I'll be right back.
Are you straight, bro? You good, bro? You don't fucking know. Nigga mad can't watch the game.
I can't wait till I got my hair. Oh my god.
You got no weed. You need a black. Find work. Give me a black
Oh my
in a
gosh.
minute. Ain't no time for this shit.
Hey, D Money, give me like 5 minutes, bro. I'll be right back.
Oh, you good, bro?
All right.
You want to watch the game and shit? Damn. When can I share my screen on my phone? I want to show y'all something. You see?
Mm. She said that you should always try white people food. White people got food, baby.
Yeah. Can I show y'all this? Can I show y'all this? That's funny as fuck. I can do a lot of shit on my phone. You gotta be creative as fuck on this bitch. Our phone is amazing. Shit's like a computer. But yeah, fuck the Western Conference Finals. The Mavericks had in the hoe. Damn, I should have kept drinking my coffee. I should have lucky hidden. I just had no sugar in that bitch. Babe, you got some more soda?
What?
You got some more soda? Do you? Let me get some. Yeah, bro. Fuck the Western Conference Finals. I'm really mad. I can't watch that hoe. Something happened. Everything tripping. It won't let me sign in because I can't capitalize my fucking password. Like I gotta reset my password, but I can't reset the password because of fucking.
What are
Say,
you doing?
looking for your soda.
It's right
Oh,
there in the chair.
I gotta fucking go through a cable company and shit,
No, bring it back.
and I can't. I want to bring it back, and I can't watch it illegally because I don't got no fucking laptop. The phone's tripping and shit. And I really want to watch the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Ain't like a nigga don't want to watch the game. Nigga really want to watch the game. But fuck them. We got a deadbeat versus a faggot, right? But no, I fuck them. Fuck with that. I respect that game. I don't do too much.
Babe.
Mm.
Fuck.
No, I'm hawking that shit down like it's tequila.
I'll be trash.
Oh shit. Right challenge. Here, man.
Oh, why are you?
Thank you. Yeah, nigga really mad because of that shit. I'm sorry about the bottle. I was gonna say it on Sprite. But damn, if the fucking league never would have fucking fucked us, could have really won this shit, bro. It's traumatizing me, but I ain't really tripping though. This shit really wide open. This shit really wide open. I don't give a fuck really who win this bitch this year, honestly. Pacers win, I don't give a fuck. It'd be cool, Halliburton, pop everybody. But I'm not a Pacers fan. It'd be good for Reggie Miller, so I really don't give a fuck. But it'd be cool clowning Paul George. I'm like, damn, Halliburton better than you, Paul George. Anthony Edwards win this bitch. That nigga gonna be immediately. gonna put on Kobe MJ level. It's gonna be official. They're gonna be like, well, he won before MJ for sure, and he went that far behind. Like I think he won the same. If he won this year, he'd probably like around the same age when Kobe won, maybe a little older or some shit. So he'll be right on par of them talks. It'll solidify him, and he probably get MVP next year if he be like top 3 in the West for sure. OKC win this shit. They gonna glaze SGA to a level that people really not gonna like him because he has a good game, but his fan base is quick to put him over people like Kevin Durant, Westbrook, Kobe. Like they saying if Ant is on the same level as Kobe and shit and Jordan, why not Shea? And the accolades say it, MVP, number one seed in the West. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like if most of your team are defenders and not really offensive guys, and y'all doing deep in the playoffs, that says you a superstar. You know what I'm saying? But I think again, they just hate his fan base. So, but again, if that happens, if FGA win that bit, he gonna be like one of the most hated niggas. It's gonna be like polarizing. Cause it's gonna be like niggas gonna love him and niggas gonna hate him because he a Canadian. But I think it'll be good for the NBA though. It's good for people to hate people. Well, if they gonna say he better than Kevin Durant, they gonna say he better than Westbrook, which is deserved. And that will have to be a conversation. If he do win, he will be better than Kevin Durant and Westbrook. For OKC as a talent, we're gonna be like, hell no, you didn't see KD, he's 7 foot, but like, we're like, damn, he did it though. This nigga did it. But maybe it's a different era of super teams. You know what I'm saying? But see, then we getting older, we're gonna be like, damn, bro. You can't compare that era, this era with super teams, this era that had no super teams. Now we sound like them old head niggas when they was talking about the 90s and shit. You can't compare different eras. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that would solidify him over KD and shit.
Who you speaking on?
SGA.
Oh, yeah.
When I was saying like SGA, that nigga if he won, I was saying like the remaining teams what they won what to do for their legacy, and I was talking about like SGA. If it win, it would be good because he kind of polarizing because people don't like him because they respect his game, but they feel like his fans glaze him like a fucking like they say he better than what he is. But then it gets to the point where you look at his accolades, you're gonna be like, damn, well he got this. Especially if he won the championship, it's gonna be like, well, why not put him in this category? But there's gonna be a lot of glazing, and then people gonna be like, going. It's gonna be like people gonna either gonna like SGA or they gonna hate him. That's what I think gonna happen if he win this championship. And a lot of people gonna root for that nigga to lose every year. He gonna get so much hate. It's gonna be undeserved. It's gonna be worse than Tatum because people know Tatum kind of corny. Like people like they got something to make fun of Tatum for, even though it's fucked up. Everybody losers just trying to make fun of these millionaires. You know what I'm saying? But for the fan base and the casual to build the narrative for niggas to make their money, that's how it's gonna be. The niggas, if you win, see that could be like, oh Tatum, you didn't win Finals MVP. You was on a super team. You already choked, so they already discredit him. So when he did win, it wasn't that bad. But this nigga, Shea, won MVP. He won Finals MVP when the chip this year. He gonna be in a lot of conversations, and his fan base gonna be like, nigga, he on the same level as Jordan. Saying he better than LeBron, he better than Kobe. They gonna put him on a whole nother level that people not ready for. They gonna say he better than Allen Iverson. They gonna say these things, and then people who actually watch the game of basketball, they'll be like, I get the accolades, but when we watching this nigga is not better than Allen Iverson. He's not better than Kobe, Jordan, or LeBron. But that's what's gonna happen. They gonna say that nigga better than them niggas or on the same level, and he gonna get so much hate. It's gonna be crazy.
Nah, I mean that's the world that we in when it comes to basketball, man. It's real fickle.
Nah,
Well,
for sure.
now it is really.
Yeah, he gonna get so much fucking hate. But damn, I wish I had a video. Hey, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm finna go make a store trip. I gotta get me a black and smoke and come back. I need to charge my phone. So I'm gonna go to a little commercial break. So I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm not leaving. I'm gonna stay live. I'm gonna play a video. The video only like 2 minutes, but hopefully just stay running. But I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, I'm chilling. All right, go ahead, do your thing. Yeah, bro. Nigga D Money would be right back. I'm holding it down. I was just watching Big Sean, Joy Badass, and Absol Cypher. You know, yeah, they all battling and shit. It's dope though. That Cypher, fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, these playoffs have been interesting. Shout out to if y'all fans of the teams that we watching. Got the Timberwolves, OKC, Indiana, and New York. You know, New York going crazy over there. And it's been so long since they even been in this position to get to the finals. But right now, the Indiana Pacers, bro, they look real legit, man. Tyrese Halliburton is talking his talk, rightfully so. Rightfully so. So we're gonna see I think they play tomorrow. Yeah, it's like every other day. So what's tomorrow? Sunday? Yeah, so OKC they'll be playing Monday, Timberwolves. But I think both series is gonna go game 7 and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the Cooper flag thing, man. It's just like, bro, I was the one to say, bro, if OKC gets a good support crew around them, OKC is gonna be a problem. I think that was like a year or two ago when I mentioned that, and everybody was just kind of like, man, what you talking about, Sean? Like, bro, you tripping? OKC ain't gonna ever be in that picture. Like, Chet too soft. Chet, he too skinny to be in the league. And it's like, man, Chet is literally built for the way the basketball is played today. Just like I think Cooper Flag is built to play the game today too. I think Cooper Flag is gonna be a baller. Wherever he lands, I don't know if he's gonna land in Dallas. I don't know what team he's gonna land to, but wherever he go, he gonna ball. And any team that get him, man, bro, they lucky to have him. And he a young dude. He only gonna get better. Just like with Chet. Chet only gonna get better. I knew Chet was gonna be a baller, bro. Like everybody was like doubting me, like, man, Chet ain't gonna be this. Chet he too injury prone. He got hurt. I'm like, bro, LeBron stepped on him, bro. That's why he got hurt. You try to get stepped on by LeBron. See how that turned out for you. I was like, man, OKC gets it together, man. That fan base is crazy. That's like a college atmosphere over there. Both teams in Minnesota and OKC, they both play really good at home. I don't know who's gonna, if it does go to a game 7, I don't know if it's gonna be in Oklahoma or if it's gonna be in Minnesota. But I honestly think whoever got the home court advantage on game 7, if it does go to a game 7, that team is gonna win. It's crazy to think that Minnesota, like you think about Minnesota Timberwolves, you would be like, man, bro, like thinking back on like the Kevin Garnett or the Stephon Marburys of the world or the Trail Sprewells or, you know, Timberwolves used to be dog water, bro. Like Timberwolves used to be trash. And then like years pass, you get a person like Anthony Edwards, who just kind of just totally just changed the whole scenario out there in Minnesota. And we got, well, not we, but basketball community, we got to figure out, do we want players to be loyal? Do we want players to stay on one team, or do we stay on going to other teams? You know, these owners and these GMs, they're not loyal to the players. I get that, you know, but if Anthony Edwards gets eliminated, I don't want nobody to be like, oh, Ant-Man got to leave to go to LA. That's always like the two market teams they always say, like, go to LA Lakers. If you don't get it done, go to the Lakers. It's like, what the fuck, bro? They always say that shit. Go to the top market teams. Like, I did that shit with Dame, and I don't care what anybody say. Y'all niggas pressure that nigga Dame to leave Portland because y'all kept saying, man, he ain't no. That's the same thing they did with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant left OKC because they were like, man, KD ain't a Hall of Famer if he don't get no chips. He goes to Golden State. Granted, he did go to a team that beat him, but he left, bruh. That
You
nigga
talking
back.
about that's
What's good, bro?
no, you talking about that's why
Oh shit, I didn't even
talking about
realize my
Giannis and shit.
volume was down. Could you even hear me when I was talking?
Not just now, I just came back. Great job, brother. I ain't gonna lie, I know what's going on.
I didn't even realize my volume was down. I don't even know if that shit was even heard, bro.
No, I heard your ass. You talking about you heard your ass heard.
Oh, okay. Good.
Oh, basketball.
Talking about
Yeah,
basketball,
but
but
like we always do that to like, you know what I'm saying? Like we do those like well, not we, not us or anything. But you know like how the basketball community is, like anytime like a certain job doesn't get done this year, people are quick to be like, he needs to get traded. They need to get traded. And it's like that shit whack, bro. Like let them niggas come back. What's
you can
what's
have a
better than
legacy
that
without winning the
shit?
championship.
You said what?
You can have a legacy without winning the championship, like Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller.
Charles
I feel like
Barkley.
yeah, like the reason that Tyrese Halliburton is so lit is because of Reggie Miller right now. Like, cause
Right.
it builds like it takes time because there's a legacy. It's not like an empty void. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the
So it's
beauty
like,
of the
but
game right there. Like you think
yeah,
about Tyrese Halliburton used to play in Sacramento. Not a lot of people remember that.
yeah, for sure. That's where he got drafted, and so that's what make a championship so sweet. Like when that's what make the story beautiful for to make each championship sweet. Where niggas got dynasty and shit, it makes it good because it's the great players like Reggie who was clearly could have been the best player on the championship team. Nigga been in like countless Eastern Conference Finals, a few finals. Clearly, yeah, he
And
could have
against
won a chip as the best
Michael
player on the
Jordan in his
team.
prime.
But the way he held something down, it's like man, he didn't win that bitch. But it's like something to build on. So now, like, if the Pacers win this shit, they gonna all gonna. I bet you it's gonna be like this. I bet you them niggas gonna be like this for Reggie, and that shit gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel. I know that shit probably like you know he didn't win that
No, it
bitch.
makes sense.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
gonna feel good. It's like god damn, you know what I mean?
Indiana finally got a chip out of all these years. But you brought up something interesting too, because even at that time when Reggie was quote unquote loyal to his team, that was like people supported that. Like people wanted to see the comeback. You know what I'm saying? Like people wanted to see, oh, they didn't get it done, or actual. There was real fans back then, like real diehard fans. You know what I'm saying? Which made basketball even elevate even more because I don't care what organization it was, there was always a strong fan base around that. But now it's like everybody's more player fans than they are team fans.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. To a certain, yeah, that is true. Unless you from the area, yeah, that is true. Sadly, but I think it's really for the casuals. Cause I think typically, like, if you from that city, you gonna fuck with your team. But I do see what you're saying. It make it gay. But see, look, hopefully it come back. Like if those players stay on that team for the whole career, then by default it's gonna kind of like it's gonna like go back to how it started. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like even though unintentionally.
right. Oh, that's true.
So that just depends on if hope these niggas stay the whole time. I ain't gonna care. But I forgot the fuck I was talking about before I left. I guess that shit don't even matter.
Shit. Well, shit. I think he was talking about the basketball shit.
Nigga, fuck basketball. Nigga. No, boy.
Nah, we ain't gotta talk about it. We can talk.
Fuck basketball, nigga. I'm gonna tell you the real game, nigga. This is what you gonna do. You gonna get an 8 ball. You gonna put it in a Dawn dish soap. Put it in a baking powder. Put it in a pot, nigga. Put the shit in there. Bake it. Crack it up. Sell it for $5 a set, nigga. And you gonna live good for about like 2 summers. They gonna lock you up for about 15 of them hoes. And you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be worth it. Cause then you gonna be a real nigga. I'm telling you. That's how you be a real nigga, bro. Risk it all, but nah. Risk it on the basketball team. Yeah, that's what make it special. And
Yeah.
like I've been looking at Cooper Flag, looking at his comp. I've been pumping a lot of AI videos, and I think even though we did fuck up, it was out of our control. Definitely out of my control that Luka's not on the team anymore. But the NBA is trying to make up for it, and I think this Cooper Flag guy, I'm looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's somewhere in between. They say Jason Tatum and Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not
Well,
Kevin Durant. Jason Tatum and Kevin Garnett. Cause they see him as a power forward too.
I well, yeah. Well, for me, I'm more of like I gotta see it. Like I don't really like comparing players. Like oh, he the next Tatum or not next Tatum or like I just wanted to see this nigga ball out. But that nigga Worm was the one that told me about Cooper Flag.
What the? What the? Oh shit! Hey, Sean, that was an accident.
No, he good.
I was trying to change the angles. So every time somebody talk, you're gonna shit. But look, check me up. That nigga, Cooper Flag. I ain't know much about him. I knew he was gonna be a number one pick, but during this whole process, I don't
Yeah.
care. You know what it is when your team already when you got Stephen Curry, you don't give a fuck who in the draft until your
Hmm.
team losing. And when you look at the draft, you be like, oh, I guess. But it's low key look like it's a good draft. But
Yeah.
I think he that nigga. This why I know he that nigga, bro. I did my research.
Mm.
He cooked Drew Holiday, cooked Bam, cooked Anthony Davis
Cook
at,
Steph.
at USA. And this nigga was like, what, 17, 18, 16?
Bruh,
That's typically a good sign, you know what I'm saying, for a white boy, especially.
you go on YouTube and you search Steph Curry's camp. Cooper Flags in that shit. Nigga
Mm-hmm.
balling, bruh. Cooking. Cooked up Steph too. That nigga KD was guarding Chet. When KD was playing against, because KD and Chet were both, they was guarding each other.
Mm-hmm.
KD was giving him the business. Chet was giving it right back. Like it was nothing. Chet came from that nigga Curry's camp. That's how I knew that nigga was gonna be a baller, bro.
And I think when it comes to this winning shit and championship, it come in waves with ages too. People forget, like, a lot of times, like right now, it's a new guard like SGA. When he came in the league, people forget when he was for the Clippers and they made the playoffs and he was doing his thing and they was giving him a shine. That was when the Warriors was in his prime. LeBron was in his prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a lot of powers. He had to wait. Even though he was good, he had to wait that out. But as they got older, it's
Mm-hmm.
like perfect opportunity. So with Cooper Flag, it's like damn. People saying like, oh, let's flip it for Giannis. With the at this point in NBA, ain't no point. You might as well just go with the time
Yeah,
because by
honestly.
the time Cooper Flag hit his prime, then
Mm-hmm.
you only competing with Victor Wembanyama, Pablo. You know what I'm saying? And you're
I
gonna be right
honestly
there in the mix.
don't think like I think if you guys draft Cooper, I think you guys should keep him, and I think you guys should just y'all should keep him because I mean I get it having Giannis. That's a crazy transition having Giannis, but it's not guaranteed that's gonna work. That it's gonna work. So if that let's say Giannis does go to Dallas, there's going to be expectations because they're going to be like, they're going to have to trade like AD or something for like Giannis or whatever. But there's going to be expectations there. And I think it's better for a team to have not that much expectations so the organization can develop the team. If that makes sense.
Yeah, because at this point, what's the point for winning a one? I think people get so caught up like cashing out for a chip, but it's based on your player. It's because the guys with the super teams, even back with Boston, they was older, so they felt like they had to cash out. LeBron and D Wade, they kind of felt like oh they had to do it. Even with like Kevin Durant and Steph, even though Steph already won, but like it was a lot of pressure for them guys to win. We had a point where like it's kind of up in the air. It's like they gonna give a fuck. Like so, even if we get one chip, what does it mean? For me, what does it mean when like we cash out for like all these old people? Like, oh, we got Anthony Davis. It's like getting like three old ass hoes ran through. We got Kyrie ran through, Anthony Davis ran through. Giannis, he in his prime,
Like he
but
ran through.
he ran through too. So what's the point when we're gonna have like 15 years of Victor Wembanyama? You're gonna have like 12 more years of Ant, 10 more years of Luca. You got Pablo. We ain't talking about Kate Cunningham. I know Sangoon in the mix, like Sangoon in the mix. You got Chet here and there. We ain't even talking about. So it's all like we at the point where like, oh, you better get you a young star while you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before it's over with, you're gonna have to wait for the next batch to come out, and that's gonna be for the you ain't gonna win shit to like 20, 30, or 40. You know what I'm saying?
And it's possible. It's possible that Wemby could be a better version of Giannis.
He already is.
Yeah. All around. I mean, because you look at Giannis like
He developed into that. Like
mhm,
Giannis was like, bro. Think about this. What rookie coming to the league and damn near he low key had defensive player of the year on lock. but because he was a rookie, they didn't really want to give it to him. And then if he didn't get hurt this year with a blood clot, he would have had it, bro. This the first time as a rookie. Fuck, what rookie have you
Yeah.
known like damn? The moment he entered the NBA, he's a lock for Defensive Player of the Year. That's a big award, bro. You
No,
know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
It is. It is like with man.
Giannis didn't have that coming in.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was about to say because I almost forgot my train of thought. So with Giannis, like when Giannis came into the league, no one ever seen a player like Giannis before, and now like you you years later, a few years past, it's like, oh, we ain't never seen a player like Wemby. Oh, now we never seen a player like over 7 foot. Now we're seeing players like Coop. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing players like Chet. We're seeing players that are like damn near 2K, my players and shit, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But one thing I learned really with Luca that I appreciate after seeing like
What's up, Don?
certain shit is like Dominic said bullshit. Dyson should have won Defensive Player of the Year. Wemby should have won the last year. Yeah, people saying Dyson should have won it based off steals and shit. But I think that Evan Mobley, that they just won so many games. They have to reward the team somehow.
Hey, can you look this player up? He's in
Let me see what's on.
he's from Florida.
I'm finna
The
say,
guard from Florida. I forget his name though. Um Man, he's a baller though too. That's another one. I don't know if he's I think he has like
From
another
where you from? From Florida? Is he in the draft right now?
I don't think he is. He plays for the Gators.
What's his name?
Um let me see. Let me check real quick.
I'm looking at it.
Okay, I'm looking it up too. I got my
We
my
got
research team on it.
Oliver Rue.
Is it Oliver Rue?
He's
Uh
What
nah,
position he
that
plays? Is he a center?
Clayton,
he a
Alexander.
light skin he a point guard.
Okay, guard. So we got Walter Clayton Jr.
Is he
Let me
Walter
see.
Clayton Jr.?
We
Is
have
that his
Will.
name? Let me see.
Yeah, I think he said. I think everybody says Walter Clayton Jr.
We got Will Richard.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah,
Will Richard
bro.
or Walter Clayton Jr.
Yeah, he nice, bro.
Which one?
Walter Clayton.
Why is Walter Clayton? Let me see what he look like, babe.
He light skin, yellow nigga.
He kind of
Yeah,
got like a play style like Jamal Murray.
That chip off your shoulder. I let chip on your
literally saw with the chip on my shoulder. It's all with the chip on my shoulder. Fuck you talking about? Here you go. But he played with Jamal Murray. How tall is he?
I think he's like around 6'3", 6'2", 6'3".
Is he in the draft this year? Or he's still in college? Like he'll be playing
Mm.
next year.
I think he's gonna play college next year.
But yeah, I was thinking like it's really in you. Like even though Luka was fat and don't play defense, one thing I learned was in the playoffs. Like okay, the regular season is such a marathon where like you got to be conditioned. Like if you play hard every night, you good. It's kind of like doing your homework, and then like if you do your homework every single day, try your best, and do all your homework assignments, you're gonna have like 100 or A. But then when it comes to like the test of the finals, if you flunk that bitch for like an F or a D, your overall grade you're gonna drop from like an A plus to like a C. You know what I'm saying? And you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like the C is gonna be a different outcome. And then a person who had a C the whole season, if you like pass the finals with flying colors, you can go from like a C to like a B or A. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
me
Yeah.
saying that is saying like
Metric. Yeah.
during the playoffs, the game slow down and it become a half court game or whatever. It slows down to like, nigga, can you get a stop? Can you get a bucket? Or are you that dog where like Lucas showed me like sometimes it's what's in your chest. It's not all about talent. And with Cooper Flag, my figure is I see the talent. I know it's there. And I kind of saw the dog a little bit, but it's all like, I hope he had that dog. I hope he not like a mama's boy like Jason Tatum. I
Yeah.
hope we don't have a period of like, I don't want a bitch on my squad. I don't want an Andrew
Yeah.
Wiggins, bro. I don't want a Josh
Mhm.
Jackson, bro. I don't want a DeAndre Ayton, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
the
don't
thing
want
is,
that shit.
if he goes to Dallas, he has to. They have to surround him with players that fit his style of play. I don't know what type of style of play that Coop is going to bring to Dallas if he does go there, but they're going to definitely have to figure out some pieces for him to be surrounded. Like, because right now, if it's right now, it's going to be Kyrie, Klay Thompson, Cooper, uh, Anthony Davis, and Lively. I think that would be the starting five. And that's a solid five, bro. I ain't gonna cap. That's a solid ass five.
That's a solidified. Even with Kyrie being hurt, we gotta wait another year, and that's more miles on them fucking hoes. I ain't say like that. You know what I'm saying? More miles on their
Oh,
body.
yeah.
But it's a fucked up timeline. But they trying to get a center. I think they're gonna try to trade Gafford or PJ Washington.
Oh yeah, Gafford. That's who I forgot. Gafford. There you go.
They're probably
Got
gonna
that.
trade one of them for a point guard to hold Kyrie up in a win now move. But I think I like the depth of Gafford and PJ Washington, because I think okay, you can do Kyrie at the one. Because one thing about Cooper Flag, I hate when they be saying players are versatile, and then when
Yeah.
certain things happen, they never use their versatility. Like LeBron is supposed to be versatile, but now Luka's the point guard. Like nigga, be Draymond Green, play power
Right.
forward, be the Swiss Army, but they can't. So it's like it looked like the nigga Coop. I don't see the point guard. Look like he can play 2 through 4. He can
Well,
play the 2, the 3, or the 4.
it's a trip. When's the last time you seen LeBron play his natural position?
The 3.
Yeah,
Uh,
in Cleveland.
I mean, he always been like a point forward. He never really played his natural position because this is the thing that's great about LeBron. He won championships outside of Miami, but he won championships without a system. So LeBron is so great. He don't need a system to win, but at the same time, him not being
Mhm.
able to play in the system makes him very like retarded. It's kind of like
Mm.
he like a Swiss Army knife, but he not using all his gadgets.
Mm.
Miami forced him. I remember Miami was the first time we ever saw LeBron play the 4. In my
Yeah.
life, like he was always like the 1, the 2, the 3. That nigga was playing the 4 for real, pick and roll, nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hmm.
Playing off the ball, like cut, like real actions for him. So like I feel like if LeBron and Luka should have won the chip this year, at least made it to the finals, because if you telling me LeBron could be so like LeBron's telling Luka, hey Luka, worry about all the perimeter offense, playmaking, shoot, triple double shit. I'm gonna be everything else, just playing defense, getting rebounds, like and it was just disappointing the way they lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Cooper can play like the 2, the 3, the 4. I can think he play the 2, the 3, and the 4. That's what I think. I think he kind of like Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? He got a decent post game. People talk about his handle, but when you fucking tall as fuck, the taller you are, it's hard to have a tight handle. And he played defense too. Like one thing I think, the moment he step in the league, he's gonna be better than Devin Booker. That's not saying much, but I say that for sure. He's definitely gonna be better than Devin Booker. If that mean anything, man. But we're gonna be solid in the West. But it's gonna be a new age, and it's all like it's a wrap, bro. That's what I hope. But then even when these guys retire, we move on, don't want to chip. Hopefully we can trade these niggas, get more pieces. But yeah, we're gonna be in a good place for Cooper Flag. But honestly, San Antonio's dangerous, bro. San Antonio is building another dynasty over there. If I'm being real, De'Aaron Fox, Chris Paul didn't retire. If I peep that shit, he gonna be Chris Paul gonna fuck around and be the coach over there, bro. Ooh, hold on, you heard it there first. Chris Paul, the fucking coach in San Antonio. Hold on, he played like a role, like a goddamn what role he played like the role of what's that nigga name for the Miami Heat? He was on the bench forever and didn't do shit. Dwayne Haslam. Chris Paul played like a
Oh,
Dwayne Has.
Udonis had.
Yeah, Udonis Haslam role. He kind of be
So
playing, not playing. Greg Popovich already having strokes. His wife died. You know he already goat and all that bullshit. He going to the front office. Chris Paul got De'Aaron Fox. They got the nigga who just won Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. They got a solid team, and they got the number 2
they
pick. What
they
the fuck?
they also got that young bull, the young bull that just won rookie of the year with the dreads. What's his name?
Yeah, Stephon Castle.
Oh, White Castle.
Yeah.
Right? I say
So,
Castle.
hey,
No, he
Chris Paul.
didn't.
I know if Chris Paul reading the tea leaves like I think he is. He. I know the brother part of the Boulay Mason shit. We ain't gonna talk about that too much. I want to keep my channel. I know the nigga tapped in. You might heard it here first, bro. Chris Paul might be the next head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. I'm telling you.
That's
I see
wild.
it. That just shit came to me like when I looked that whole team. Like if I was Chris Paul, what you think? Even though it kind of happened on accident, maybe
Yeah.
to a certain degree, but the way it turned out, son, you in year 20, you did what you could do. You haven't won a ring. Then
Mm-hmm.
you've been tossed around the league. You like fuck. But then the
Mm-hmm.
last team you on, the head coach retired. You
Yeah,
look, you like, damn, this low key a dynasty.
bro. Chris Paul, he has that. Like people say, he has a jinx of not winning championships, but he got a luck of just being on teams where, like, any team CP3 go to, they successful, bro. Like if you think
Yeah.
about it, like when he was in OKC, when they had the whole what was it, it was around the COVID time. But he's always been a baller, bro. Nigga just never could get to the end of the finish line. But he always been that.
And then James Harden hold him and gave up on him. His hamstring got hurt. And James Harden said, fuck you,
Oh, you
nigga.
talking about that Golden State series, yeah.
Go. Give me Westbrook. If James, you see what he did for Devin Booker. If James Harden would have locked in and stayed patient, I think he would have won a chip with Chris Paul.
Hey, so I seen the rumors going around that LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball was like, yo, they about to draft a guard. LaMelo going to the Clippers.
So I see that. You know what I thought about too? I'm like, hope Dallas don't trade for that nigga because I thought about that. You never know.
Bruh, woo, dog, hold up. If y'all get LaMelo and Cooper, nigga, trade AD and Kyrie and get them up out of there, bro.
I think if we get LaMelo, we have to trade Cooper over there. Ain't no way.
Nah, bruh. Y'all can get rid of Kyrie. Y'all can get rid of Kyrie and AD
We
to put
probably
a Charlotte.
could. We probably
Yeah,
could. We have to give him
I think,
Kyrie and AD. I'll do
bruh,
that shit. LaMelo
Charlotte,
and Cooper. I'll say fuck
nigga,
it.
Charlotte would get rid of LaMelo for AD and Kyrie. I promise you they would.
Yeah, on the cool.
Promise you they would, bro.
And imagine all the cap space we have. Because
Bruh,
LaMelo, he'll do one max contract, and we can
bruh,
still
can you
have
imagine?
we can keep Lively and Gafford, so we still got our backcourt. And then
Bruh,
we can get Cooper, and we
Live
got a
City
lot of cap
3.0,
space.
nigga.
A lot of cap space to filling the gaps and shit. Like who want to come to Dallas and who want to take this money from Dallas and hope for Cooper Flag and
Bruh, you
LaMelo?
don't,
Because LaMelo
like,
definitely passing you that bitch.
niggas got the moment. If y'all ever did do that, if y'all got LaMelo, niggas would be wanting to play with LaMelo Pauls, like Dallas Mavericks, all that shit. They would want to play with LaMelo Ball, bro. LaMelo, he nice. He just need to be on a team where they can compete, because he's putting up crazy numbers even in Charlotte.
Well, one thing I gotta say, you can't say that because if we want to talk about being competitive, they can't compete. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't LaMelo make a playoffs at least once? If
Who?
not, I'm tripping. Didn't LaMelo make a playoffs at least once since he's been playing? Am I tripping?
Charlotte?
Yeah, he never made the playoffs.
They went into the play-in.
You're right.
They
But
went
I
into
think
the
he can
play-in.
compete. I think his injuries hold him back because every year for the past 3 years, at least I can remember, don't get me lying, but at least for the past 2 to 3 seasons, every time it's November, December, these niggas in the top 3, 4, 5, at least top 5 in the East. And
Yeah.
then right around All-Star, right around
Hey,
January, the nigga get
hey,
hurt. Am I lying?
nah, that's facts. On top of that, though, too, on that trade, that Charlotte trade, see, this is what you guys can do, bro. Dallas can ask for LaMelo, Brandon Miller for AD and Kyrie. It could be and Brandon Miller, people know who Brandon Miller is. Niggas a baller too. Straight sharp shooter. He's a straight
He at
sharp
the
shooter.
he at the school of Paul George, but not pussy like Paul George.
Yeah, PG on some other shit. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Gilly the Kid had to cook that nigga PG too. He was on his podcast like, nigga, what are you doing for Philly, bro? You and MB, nigga. You had to cook them niggas.
Nah, for real. Now he was being straight up. I think Paul know that, but see, I think if I'm being real and give somebody grace, if I can also call him, I'm gonna call it spade a spade. I think ever since he broke his leg, he had a lot of athleticism, so his skill is good. But I think him breaking his leg took that dog out of him a little bit.
Yeah,
He probably
dude.
wouldn't. And I think after that, it wasn't the same because what it is he's settling for jump shots. Because I know, like, I used to have a fear, like, man, if I like take in the hole, I was gonna chip my tooth. So a lot of times I settle for jump shots, and then one day I got over that shit, but I didn't know it mentally. I did, but then one day I got over that shit, and I was just unstoppable. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot I wasn't taking to the hole how I normally do. You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought I was just a fucking jump shooter or whatever.
It's just like when
Being
D
passive.
Rose, and nobody really cooked Tom Thibodeau for ending D Rose's career.
But
Everybody cooked them on in the streets, but nobody cooked them professionally or like on the
Yeah,
media.
like, nobody brought light to that. Like they always bring up Thibodeau, man. He be running niggas to the ground. I'm like, yeah, you don't think a lot of the shit that Thibodeau is doing on them Knicks, it has a heavy weight on this Pacers series. The Pacers know what the fuck they doing. Do you see how they're defending the New York Knicks when you watch them? They're fucking defending them full court. Tyrese Halliburton is guarding Jalen Brunson full court. Like he ain't letting that nigga breathe whatsoever. He a small nigga compared to Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton is what, like 6'6", 6'7"?
Yeah, kind of tall.
Like, bruh, like I just think, I mean, honest, I want the Knicks to win just because I want to see. I like Jalen Brunson, but the weapons that the Pacers have, bro, that shit is just ridiculous. I think they're really the only team that can compete with OKC if they get their head out their ass and fuck around and not lose against this series in Minnesota. That series right there in the finals would be dope as fuck. I ain't gonna cap.
Everybody I watched.
Tyrese Halliburton versus the MVP and SGA.
If we're not looking at names, I ain't looking at aura and people and what we like and dislike. Just pure. If I call a spade, I think as a collective unit, OKC and the Pacers is the best two teams I've seen in the playoffs. But Ant-Man is the only nigga left in the playoffs that has enough star power that can be like, fuck you and your team. I'm just better than everybody. He the only player left
Yeah.
that can do that. But it take a lot. That's what we kind of take shit granted with that with Steph Curry, LeBron, and Kyrie be doing because that shit hard to do back to back to back to back to back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. He the only guard that niggas are comparing him to MJ. Like I've never seen other outside of Kobe. RP
I
to
see
him.
it though. I can see it because this
But
thing is
that
like
man
this.
he got that dog in him, bro. Like, and he gonna let you know too. When he cooking, he gonna let you know, bro.
And he
He gonna
athletic
let you
enough to
know.
do on both sides. Like it's one thing because Luka will talk shit to you and be like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch," and score. But he can't play defense. Like you can cook him too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Luka
The
go band for
liability.
band. Luka will
Right.
be like, "All right, you score 50, I score 60. Or you score 60, I score 70, bitch." That's how Luka do. And
And
gonna
you
be like,
think, look, and people sleep on this side too. Mike Conley came from the grit and grind in Memphis. You don't think that nigga got a dog in him too? Like Mike Conley got a dog in him. Ant-Man got a dog in him. Julius Randle, I mean, you like a fucking chia pet. I don't take you seriously. I gotta see you do what you gotta do when it matters the most, nigga. I don't want to see you front run when Steph Curry on the
yeah,
bench, my nigga.
he a front runner ass nigga.
Like, I don't want, cause nigga, don't act like you wasn't getting booed in the Garden. And the reason why they got rid of your ass is because they got Jalen Brunson. And think about it, Jalen Brunson was once upon a time on Dallas. And Dallas didn't even want to give him the extension. That was when Mark Cuban was in the play.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't really believe in that nigga till Luka was hurt. It was the year we made the Western Conference Finals and the Warriors put us out. But Luka was hurt, and that nigga beat Donovan Mitchell. Like it was like, damn, what the fuck we gonna do? And nigga, they were trying to say Luka gonna come back game 2. Luka didn't have to come back to game 4 because Jalen Brunson
Yeah,
won 2 games by himself. We was like, God damn.
yeah, so did. And
That's when I was all like, yeah, he that nigga, bro.
and I think with my squad with Golden State, bro, that shit is such a. I think Golden State has a year or two window with Steph, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, y'all gotta just hit the reset button and just start from scratch. Y'all gotta start from scratch, and y'all just gotta fucking. I
It's
don't know
hard
what.
to do that. I'm gonna be honest. You're gonna be what happened. You gonna be on a Steph Curry, Draymond Green farewell tour, and y'all gonna have to deal with that shit. And yeah, cause y'all fucked up by not drafting LaMelo Ball, but you could control that, Sean. But
Yeah,
but
got fucking James Wiseman out of all the people, and Kaminga is on a fucking weird ass contract. That Kaminga might even get on a sign in trade. Shit.
it's hard to move on because Steph Curry is so good and he's so respected. Where unless Steph would have to be like, he'd have to tell the organization like, hey, I know y'all don't want to do me dirty and trade me because he want to be like, because it's a lot of allure of Steph Curry just retiring Golden State. So Steph Curry had to be like, trade me, get me out of here. And then Golden State really be like, thank you, bro. Thank you, because it's hard to build a team around you. Well, build a team around you. Well, let's say this. It's hard to build a 5th championship team around you. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah,
kind of hard to do, bro. You getting
talk
older.
about it.
Like, we did it 4 times, but damn, I can't do it 5 times. God damn. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Especially with Draymond Green old ass out here and shit.
And Draymond get on my nerves too because anytime that it matters the most, Draymond stays selling, bro. He stays selling, and I be getting so irritated with that nigga. And there's times where I'm like, all right, it's cool for Draymond to bark at niggas, but then there's times where it's like in that Houston series, it's like, bro, shut up, nigga, just play ball, bro. Like we don't need that shit right now. Like Draymond picks and chooses the worst times to act up, and it gets on my nerves, dog. Like I
Especially
understood
when
when
Steph Curry
LeBron
go
stepped
out.
over him that year when LeBron stepped over him and put his nuts on his head, and that nigga swung at him. I was like, all right,
I
bet you
remember
don't
that.
want no nigga putting no nuts on you, bro, and you gotta fucking you gotta swing at that shit, bro. Like you can't let that shit happen, bro. But outside of that, like Draymond just has a moment. Like I remember in Charlotte, this nigga gets kicked out, and it always happens when Steph is like either sitting out or if he's fucking, he ain't playing. Draymond sells the most. He sells the most.
Because that's his role, and it's so like this how good Steph Curry is. He's so good. He gave another nigga a role and made him a Hall of Famer. Like think about, do you know how good you got to be when you can be like, hey, bro, just set screens and pass me the ball. And if you really do good at that and play some defense, you fuck around and be a Hall of Famer. And he did that. So when he get out the game, I think Draymond can score. But at this age, see, when Kevin Durant was on his team, he started working on his offensive skills. You can tell he got lazy. So then now as he older, teams can pick on him. So for him to put up the points, he had to be really efficient. And then Steve Kerr's not a good coach, so he can't put Draymond in a different scheme. But all right, Draymond, when Steph Curry out, this is gonna be your role. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that. Steph, like it's same thing with Steve Kerr. That's why they can't even move on from Steph Curry because it's bigger than Steph Curry to move on. His coach attached to him. He got. It's like Steph Curry got a lot of baggage, bro. So it's like literally Draymond Green got to fall the fuck off, and then you still got Steve Kerr holding back Jonathan Kuminga and any young talent you get because Steph Curry's still there. You know what I'm saying? So like Steph
Yeah,
Curry is so good and so respected. The baggage he got with him, niggas not even gonna fucking like you know what I'm saying? It's like Steph. It's like,
yeah.
ooh, Steph, we love you, but we don't fuck with them niggas. You who you fuck with? You know what I'm saying?
But
But Steph kind
they,
of like nigga, like I wouldn't be here without these niggas. So it's all like he keeping it real. So for
yeah,
you as a Warrior fan, it's all like you really gonna watch that shit till the wheels fall off. Then you really gonna be like, man, fuck it. Like I know it probably make you like cringe a little bit, but you really gonna watch that shit till the wheels fall off. Or Steph Curry be like, I'm
yeah.
gonna do like just I'm gonna just like what Steph Curry said. It's not you, it's me looking at this. It's
I'm gonna,
not you.
yeah, I'm gonna be seeing that shit deteriorate for real. But I don't like Steve Kerr get a bad rap, bro. I don't think Steve Kerr is as bad as a coach that people think he is. Cause, bro, the man got the U.S. Olympics, bro. U.S. gold medal. Steve Kerr a good coach, bro. He a good. I mean, granted, he
He's
been
a good coach
coaching
for
one of
Steph
the best
Curry.
teams in the league and shit. I ain't going,
I
that.
think he's a good coach for Steph Curry. I think he that. I
Yeah,
think two
yeah,
things can be true.
you're right. Because I think if Steph isn't on that team, I'm okay. I see where that conversation because I never even looked at that in that perspective. What you just said right there. So
It's kind
yeah,
of like catching lightning in the bottle. Like ain't nothing wrong
yeah.
with it because he unlocked his game. But
Like
with the evidence we see
like
when we have
let's say Kate Cunningham went to Golden State, he wouldn't know how to coach a player like Kate Cunningham. Like he wouldn't know how to coach a player like Jalen Brunson or De'Aaron Fox or maybe
but
even LaMelo Ball or he barely even knew how to really coach CP3 for real. And CP3 is one of the best guards in the league to this day.
and it kind of shows with Jonathan Kuminga, even with the guy I did draft the number 2. I feel like okay, say he wasn't a franchise player, but you could have still developed him. He could have been useful. He could at least been Kevin Looney on steroids, or with Trey Jackson Jr. Like all
Yeah,
the things they try to do, he could have popped a jump shot and get screened, but the guy needed reps,
yeah, and
and it was
that
all
was made
like,
me mad in the series too. They did not play Jackson. They didn't play Jackson enough in
and I
the
think
Houston series and the Minnesota series.
and I think Draymond Green kind of holds the team back too, because like you can't shoot, so it's
Uh,
all like
he does. He's a liability, just like what. Um, as much as I think Jimmy Butler just doesn't fit in Golden State system, bro. He doesn't fit in the system. And I think we got 2 years with him, but I don't know how it's going to pan out next season for him. But I just don't see granted, he did come off an injury, off that Houston injury. First of all, my Houston was playing crazy against Steph Curry. Like niggas were boxing in Steph. These niggas was holding Steph's jersey, holding his hip. I mean, they was jamming his thumb, his injured thumb. Dylan Brooks, her bitch ass, was being
Yeah,
on.
literally, they
Man,
was the only reason they lost is even though Steph Curry cooked their ass, Jalen Green didn't show. Like if Jalen Green would have been like, "Hey, bro," even though he gave us 38 points one time, I feel like Jalen Green just get at least 19 points for the whole 7 games, win or lose. If you give us at least 19 points, they would have won. Because
yeah.
literally, it was all like they did a great job on defense on Steph Curry as much as they could. It was okay. Steph
Mm-hmm.
Curry, he cooking his bro. It was like we could just have a little help, like literally just a little help. They would have beat that nigga. It would have took a whole team. But the fact it was like Steph Curry so good, it was like damn, one of y'all niggas didn't help. It's over with. Like that's like credit. You know what I'm saying? Not taking no credit away from that nigga. It's like
No,
yeah,
yeah. No, for real. That's
yeah,
true.
that's a compliment type shit.
Yeah.
Did you wash it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, it's okay, because I don't still wet.
yeah, but that's a compliment. But yeah, that's what I think, and it kind of sucks. But I think when y'all do move on, y'all gonna be in the next class under like the Cooper flags. Like okay, pretty much.
Yeah.
See, right now we got the who running the league right now. Like who running the league? OKC and all them boys. So all them boys was drafted in 2020 or the late 2010s. So
Shit, even Utah coming up soon. They got some young people.
yeah, so you get the next wave, and I don't know about the next wave. So like Victor Wembanyama, little brother, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
get whoever the coldest 14-year-old nigga is right now, or 15-year-old nigga.
Yeah, bro.
I'll look at them, bro. If I'm
I
being real, like
actually see.
I'll study that class right now.
I want to see like once the Steph Curry era. Well, I don't know if Steph Curry era is over because there ain't no telling. Because Steph Curry, it just seems like he just gets better every season. But
But
I don't know. Once that's over, I'll be willing. I'm looking forward to like Golden State getting back into the lottery again and not being like those contenders because I just want to see them develop properly. I want them to get rid of Mike Dunleavy because I don't think Mike Dunleavy is a good owner or GM, whatever the fuck he is. I don't believe in him. Joe Lacob have to figure it out what he's gonna do. Uh, Bob Myers, he's over here on ESPN talking about the Golden State and shit like that. What I really think they really should do for real is bring
he
Klay
fucked up
Thompson
Golden
back.
State and shit. He fucked up Golden State talking shit on TV, right?
Yeah. I think if Golden State really wants to bring back, because Steph just lost his whole vibe when Klay left, bro. When they traded Klay, Steph just lost his vibe. He was like, man, nigga, we was the Splash Bros, nigga. Y'all motherfuckers traded this nigga to Dallas just for this nigga Luka to get traded to LA. How you think this nigga Klay like, bro, it's like, damn, nigga. That's
I
some
think
fucked up shit.
I think at this point, when Clay walked away, like really, okay, they had to play this season. It was Clay first year gone, but I think at this season, I agree. If they do want to extend Steph Prime, because realistically, I said they're gonna do it so the wheels fall off. But if I'm being like analytical, they'll have to trade Draymond Green. They'll probably have to move on from Steve Kerr, and somebody have to adopt his system a little bit. They be like, "Well, I see what Steve Kerr did with Steph Curry, so I keep some of what Steve Kerr did and change it up." And I think that's the only way they have to reset. So even trading Draymond Green, it wouldn't be what you would get back. It would be cap space, and then you have to get Jimmy Butler the fuck out of there for cap space, and you have to roll the dice on like who wants to play with Steph Curry. But see, the free agent market is kind of hard out there because we in the change of guards. So it's all like you at a time where the free agent market gonna be bare because either everybody's old or everybody's on a restricted free agent contract. Everybody's locked in. Okay, everybody just signed a 5-year deal. You know what I'm saying? So they in a tricky situation, but yeah, they have to trade. They have to trade old dogs, bro. Like what can you get for Jimmy Butler after that playoff performance? You know what I'm saying? You have to package them niggas. You have to trade the coach too. But you can get somebody like Sacramento. Sacramento might be dumb enough. You know what I'm saying? Trade Sacramento some shit. Get a good draft pick. Trade a draft pick. Like you can probably get somebody, but then it's hard to make it like to get somebody and still not waste like be like, hey Steph, this year we're gonna be fucked up, but next year like he can't waste no years. Just if y'all kept Clay and still was able to get Jimmy, it'd been nice. I think Clay would have been better, buddy. Buddy came through that Houston series. I ain't gonna lie. He scored 33 points. But I think it was the vibe too, because Przzinski, the white Italian nigga, when Clay was on the team, I did notice that him and Clay was beefing. And I think the young nigga smelled blood in the water. He was like, this nigga getting older, his knees hurt. And he was like, nigga, I'm trying to take your spot. You got 4 rings. You done made hundreds of $1,000,000. This is my turn, nigga. Like, fuck out of here, nigga. And he smelled the blood in the water. And sometimes you can tell Clay hate passing the ball because Clay would get a look and he'd be like, fuck, I got to pass the ball. Or it was times the other nigga wouldn't even pass Clay the ball. Like, I can tell shit like that. Like, I can tell that Norman Powell don't like playing with Ben Simmons. He think Ben Simmons a pussy because I can tell that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think the locker room vibes. So I think on top of the young boy on his ass, Dominique. Secondly, you got the front office devaluing you with playing Draymond Green $100 million when all he do is set screens. You want Steph Curry to vouch for you, but at the same time, you like, damn, bro, I won 4 fucking rings for y'all bitch ass niggas. Fuck y'all niggas. Pay me how y'all pay Draymond. Take care of me. And when the respect wasn't there, it wasn't there. So I think if he would have stayed, the pressure from the front office and the disrespect he was feeling, the vibes was off. So I think he needed a fresh start. But I do see what you're saying, like on paper, he would have been better, but nigga came through clutch. But he ill did. I'm saying. Yeah, they're gonna have to see that shit go. Same thing for the Lakers. This would be so cool too. You know what I'm saying? You heard it here first. I'm gonna clip this shit again. Chris Paul gonna be the head coach for the San Antonio Spurs. Second thing, the Lakers is gonna trade LeBron James. They need to. He's getting paid $50 million a year. The teams around Luka, you're in LA. Who would love to play with Luka in LA and LeBron's gone? You got all this cap space. That has to happen. I mean, you can make money off the LeBron farewell tour, but why would you do that when it's not Cleveland? It's Laker town, nigga. Like
Central
nigga.
Town.
So get the fuck. It's for the Lakers. It should be easy. So yeah, fuck out of here, LeBron. But
I just think niggas just got. Hey, we just gotta let go and just let these young niggas thrive, bro.
and another thing I want to see on the reach in the East. I don't know what conference Giannis is going to, but outside of Giannis, to me right now, the best player in the Eastern Conference is that nigga in Orlando. This with him and K, but that nigga in the
Pablo Ventura.
between Pablo and K, they're gonna be the best. It's really out of them two, and I think whoever whoever better out of them two is gonna have to deal with them niggas in San Antonio.
Pablo remind me of Carmelo when he was in Denver.
Yeah, that's dangerous. I like that boy out there, man. You never because when you play in the Eastern Conference, you never know. I mean, Trae Young made it to Eastern Conference Finals. Giannis got a ring. I just feel like the path to the finals is easier in the East. You can make better All-Star games and shit, but Pablo, I like his game. I like where his heart at. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
that's so much to watch out for. But honestly, bro, even as a Dallas fan, what scares me the most is San Antonio. Outside of Chris Paul being the head coach, again, you heard this shit here first. San Antonio is a dynasty, bro, and that's gonna be. It's like whatever happened 20 years ago, it's gonna happen all over again, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they got a new coach too. Right now they do. So they definitely, if they get CP3, then damn, bro, they can get in that picture of the playoffs. So they got a ceiling.
And how the fuck did they get the number 2 pick? I know it's shit rigged, but damn, what did
Man,
they?
it's rigged as all hell, bro. There's a nigga. Dallas had a 1.8% chance to get the number 1, number 2 pick, nigga. Like, it's crazy. I thought, look, it's not guaranteed Cooper's gonna go to Dallas. He might fuck around and be in Philly. He might who got the second pick or third pick? I think
Philadelphia got 3rd pick.
Who got the second? Because I know they're looking at this nigga Harper.
Nigga, that's why I said they got the 2nd pick. And then from what the reports is, the 2nd pick, that nigga, I forgot where he come out of, but he got the same ceiling as Cooper Flag.
Who, Harper?
No, not Harper. It's another nigga. Fuck PJ.
I gotta figure out his name, but I think I know.
They say his game like Paul George. Dominique, bro. I know Dominique know, bro. Drop a hole in the chat, bro. I know Dominique know. Fuck, what's the nigga name? I don't know what college he played for. The nigga like 6'10". Ace Bailey.
X Bailey, okay.
So they saying Ace Bailey might be better than or just as good. Cooper's Flag with a high ceiling. They just saying like it's the unknowns. If we be real, you know how nigga players is. They feel like this nigga can be T Mac, but we don't know how this nigga is. He might be know how to work at the you know how like the Ben Simmons shit. Or you never know, or the Joel Embiid shit. Like you never know, bro. But they feel with white players, it's racism. If we being real. If I'm being real, because I can't even tell you why this nigga Ace Bailey ain't considered better than Cooper Flag. Really, because he just probably seemed more raw. I think Cooper Flag better than him defensively, but the nigga look like a 6'10" Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? So it's like 6'10" Kyrie, or you got a white Jason Tatum, Kevin Garnett. You know what I'm saying? So, but the nigga played at Duke. He did all the third shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
Well,
one of them
hey,
things.
whatever you do, Cooper, don't be no Christian Leitner, my nigga. If
Yeah,
niggas know
cause
who Christian Leitner is, he came from Duke, played on the Team USA. Yeah, just don't be that nigga. Don't be that nigga whatsoever.
he said back-to-back years, the low percentage team won. The number one pick, the Hawks won. The Mavs. Yeah, he did. The Mavs, the Hawks did have the number one pick last year. And it sucks because y'all had a weak ass draft. That's fucked up.
Atlanta, yeah. What pick did Atlanta have, man? I swear, I think Atlanta is just all over the place. I don't know.
It feel like 2K. It's like on a you know how 2K just do random ass shit. It feel like a 2K person or like a what's it called? A CPU. It feel like a CPU. They got a CPU GM, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah,
Like you know how like teams can offer you trades. You be like, what kind of trade is this? This is dumb as fuck. I feel like teams offer that shit to Atlanta, and sometimes Atlanta be like, "Yep,
well,
nope,
I think
yep."
the whole Atlanta base is just off Trey Young. Like maybe the Atlanta needs to get rid of Trey.
I mean, they could, but it ain't Trey's fault they ain't winning. I think Trey is really holding Atlanta back. I mean, I think Atlanta really holding Trey back. Like they traded Trey. Like De'Aaron Fox knew he's smart. Before De'Aaron Fox went to San Antonio, y'all forgot everybody was saying Trey Young, get the fuck out of there and go to San Antonio. We see Trey Young didn't force his way out. De'Aaron Fox said, "Get me the fuck out of here." Trey Young didn't do that shit. But yeah, if Trey Young got the fuck out of Atlanta, unless he went to like a worse organization, which is like, you know what I'm saying, like a Sacramento or one of them other, like Chicago or one of them bottom feeding organizations don't know what he's doing. If he go to an
Yeah,
organization that's just slightly better than Atlanta, that he would turn, it would be up. Like, what's one organization that's just like slightly better than Atlanta that I can just think of
the
that would
Pelicans.
about the Pelicans or some shit like that. I think he'd do good in the Pelicans because the Pelicans seem like they're a solid, at this point under David Griffin. It seemed like they're a solid organization. It just doesn't seem like their players or their franchise players aren't as dependable. Trey Young is more dependable than Zion Williamson, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Don't have Pelicans in Atlanta don't have an identity. Even with Atlanta having Trey Young, you would think they would have an identity, but they don't, bruh. Like, and I'm not trying to disrespect the Hawks. I'm just saying there's just no identity there. You feel me?
Yeah, their identity, because yeah, it's weird.
Even
It's
with the
not they.
Pelicans, they don't even have an identity over there in the Pelicans. Them niggas still got CJ McCollum playing point guard. That ain't even his natural position. He ain't even the point guard, bro. Like that nigga a true guard.
But I think sometimes it just take that franchise player because before Dirk, now, granted, I was born in '97. Dirk was drafted in '98, so I don't know nothing before Dirk, but I'm pretty sure I don't know what culture Dallas had before Dirk. But see, on top of Dirk, it was Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban set the culture. So even though he got lucky and got Dirk, but he set the culture in Dallas. So it started from the top to the bottom, bro. So if the organization care about winning, I think Atlanta, they kind of care about winning, but they care about money, bro. And like if you look at the
Of course.
backstory of the ownership of a Hawks is like some mafia shit. Niggas got killed. The family was fighting over that shit. So I think for the longest, basketball wasn't their number one priority. Like whoever they trusted to do basketball operations, it was just in that nigga hands because
Here's a
ownership
trade.
was.
Here's a trade I think Atlanta should do. I think Atlanta, Dominique, I think you guys should trade Trey Young for Anthony Simons in Portland. I think that should be a trade. Anthony Simons ain't too much. I mean, I think you put Anthony Simons in an Atlanta system, man. I don't know. Jeff Teague vibes he giving.
But they also built something solid over in Atlanta, bro, because since they know Trae Young weakness is defense, even though it was a weak draft last year, the player they got is really good. They should keep him a good starter. Um, and then even Dyson Daniels, they building a real defensive culture. So if they be a little patient, they could build something nice. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But if they do get rid of everybody, it kind of be like, damn.
You just gonna start over? Shit.
Yeah, you should start over because with this new generation of players, as people age out, y'all gonna look around and be like, damn, Trae Young look, he a top 5 player. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
if you're a
Scoot
top 5
Henderson.
player, you can win that bitch.
Scoot Henderson, you right, Dom. Scoot Henderson is another one. I honestly think, bro, if you guys can get Scoot or Anthony, I think you guys will be straight and surround them. See, it's about you have a. Because I was gonna ask you, D Money, like, what do you think we missing in the league, like as far as position goes? What do you like position wise in the game of the NBA? Like, what do you pay attention to? Like, do you pay more attention to like the guard, two
Whatever
guard, three?
whatever the NBA showing me, like right now, like it was an era in the early 2000s or 2000s, the power forwards was taking over. Um, we went through an era like right now. It was a big man era because it was Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis. But right now, and before that era, we had the guards from Dame Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Westbrook,
Mm-hmm.
John Wall and shit, Isaiah Thomas.
Little
So right
Isaiah.
now it's whatever they're giving me, but it look like right now what it's giving me is kind of positionless because the Europeans. So with the Europeans, they all have kind of the same fundamental game from Luca to the Canadian nigga SGA to Jokic to Segun. They got something about them where like that's very like refreshing, but it's not really one position. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, but one thing I
Yeah,
can say that's taking over is fundamentals. Like I see like if you just crazy athletic and drive to the basket, you can't shoot. That's not getting you nowhere unless you're just tall as fuck. But it
Dominique.
seems
How
like
about
a skill set really.
Dominique? How about this trade? Would you take
Mm.
Buddy Hield for Clint Capella in Golden State and Kaminga? We'll go Buddy Hield, Kaminga for Clint Capella. I was that nigga like fuck that shit. Hell nah.
Yeah, that'd be a horrible trade.
I'm looking for a big man. Pause.
Your best bet is to boost up Jimmy Stockton in the regular season, like everything good. He gonna play good in the playoffs and blindside everybody and trade that nigga. I don't know
Because
who would take his ass.
I
And I
think
wouldn't.
with I think with the style of how Atlanta play, like I think they would thrive on players like Kaminga and Buddy Hield and Pajimski.
Oh, are you trying to do fucking trade Steph Curry to Atlanta?
Hell no.
I mean,
Crazy.
trade Trae Young to Golden State.
Hell no. I'm not trying to trade for Curry. I mean, we can give them Pods, Kaminga, and Buddy Hield for like Capella or some shit.
No, you got to keep Pods. Keep Pods unless you get something bad with him.
I mean,
You really want to keep Kaminga.
GP gotta go, bro. GP gotta go. I know he's a great defensive player, but he's a liability on offense. He take way too fucking. You know who GP remind me of, bro? When you go out to the park and you just gotta pick that nigga at the park, you're like, bro, I know you struggle on offense, nigga. Just shoot it when I get you open, bro. Like GP is that nigga, bro. Like he one of those niggas where you just play at the park. Like if I'm open, I'm gonna get it, but I gotta take some time before I get my shot off. It's like, nah, bro. Like you're not fast enough. Like with Jimmy Butler, it's like you're not fast enough. Like you gotta think like with me being a Warriors fan, it's like I observed and watched players like Sean Livingston and Andre Iguodala and Leandro Barbosa like fast paced type of style. Like I'm not used to seeing Golden State just play a slow mo type of game. That's not what they're built to do. That's one of the reasons why they never really had a big man that can equip to what they did on offense. Like even with Andrew Bogut, when we had Andrew Bogut, bro, like we were still like fast paced, still kept everything pick and roll or coming off screens or off screen or flare screens or anything like that. Like we were still dominant. We don't really have that big man like that, like we had in Andrew Bogut.
But see, now this is a great question. See, look, y'all can keep the same system. We can even keep Steve Kerr, but you have to upgrade Draymond Green. Like, it sucks and it's hard to say, but how Ben Simmons is playing that Clipper series, now I don't think he will bark as much on defense, and you will need a leader on like inside the locker room and shit, but just on the court. Ben Simmons can do what Draymond Green did. Basically, what I'm saying, don't got to be Ben Simmons per se, but you got to upgrade that position or make it younger, bro. Because mentally, Draymond there, make him a coach, make him the Udonis Haslam role, so he can still be in the locker room, he can coach, be the toughness and shit, but maybe be on the court, foul a nigga real quick. He's talking shit to Steph Curry, but you gotta upgrade that position because you're right. If you're gonna run fast, that means Draymond Green gonna be your default center. But it's like at a certain point, Draymond Green getting old, bro. He can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that'd be cool if Moody had his game, but Moody can do more than Draymond Green. So Moody ain't trying to set screens and pass the ball. Moody trying to get to the rim, shoot a three, and play defense. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all kind of fucked. I ain't gonna lie. The Golden State fan base at our whole NBA is even, or maybe not, because Brooklyn got a lot of picks. The Warriors is like the worst situation in the NBA, low key, bro.
Yeah, because they're surrounding their play around Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. They got rid of Clay, so I agree with you. I believe Draymond is an offensive liability. As much as he is good on defense, to me, I just think at this point in Draymond's career, he's a liability, bro. I wouldn't mind trading a player like Draymond Green for Zion Williamson.
That's never gonna happen. But this is never gonna happen, bro. You come with some badass trades, Sean. Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just throwing shit at the wall, nigga. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, bro, because the position that Draymond, like, I mean, he would fit with the Pelicans, nigga. And the way, the style of play that Zion plays would fit perfectly for Golden State and the way Steph plays.
He at the point where Draymond Green contract so fucked up. The Golden State Warriors have to sell. They have to sell. They have to put them with like picks. They have to be like, here, like a team like the Kings. Then like, will you take Draymond Green and we give you like a second round pick or a first round pick?
No, bro. Draymond Green is a champion, bro. Like, nigga got rings, nigga. Like, no, he got the trade value. This ain't 2K, nigga. Like, Draymond got the trade value to get a nigga like Zion. He has the value of doing that.
You tripping?
If you look at
now we got a debate. We can argue about some shit now. You tripping,
bro? D-Money. If you look at Zion's play, what's his reputation out there in New Orleans? The nigga don't play his games. The nigga don't. He come in like Luka. He almost like a Luka almost. Like if you get Luka right, fit, size right, now he's straight in LA, he gonna be good. If you get Zion right, he gonna be straight.
So can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Draymond Green might play 75 games. He's gonna average 6, 9, and 9. Luka or specifically Zion Williamson gonna average 30 games, but he's gonna average 30 fucking points a game. So it's the difference when Draymond Green can get in the base shape of his life. He's not averaging 30. Zion Williamson problem is, nigga, you can be Charles Barkley, Blake Griffin, you can be the best player in the NBA, but you like to eat too much.
I'm glad you brought up Charles Barkley, because what was the best season of Charles Barkley when he was in his career? It was in Phoenix.
Yeah, it was in Phoenix.
When he had players like Dan Marley, when he had players like KJ, Kevin Johnson, when he had players like, I'm just saying.
Okay, I got a question. Let's flip it like this. Okay. Imagine you the GM of the Pelicans, and then like, hey, we traded Zion. And then I'm like, okay, babe, we traded Zion. Okay, what we get back? And you be like, I got back Draymond Green. Come on, bro. How the fan base feel? I'm like, what the fuck?
But you're not,
nigga Sean. What the fuck you doing?
But you're not gonna just get Draymond. You're gonna get Kuminga. You're gonna get Podziemski, and you're gonna get GP.
And I need I like Kuminga and Podziemski. Now I need
how many first round picks you giving me? You're gonna get some defense.
Picks you giving me?
I'll give you 3.
I ain't gonna lie. New Orleans might take that shit. That's a good trade
D
package.
Money, come
Yeah,
on, bro.
yeah,
I
they
know what
might
I'm
take
talking
that
about.
shit. They might take that shit. I didn't hear. I just heard Draymond Green. I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, because I didn't expand the other players. I just said Draymond because I was looking at the value of Draymond and Zion. But look, Draymond, Zion, Pajemski, Kuminga, and 3-pick shit. We might even throw in Moses Moody.
Yeah, you have to throw in picks and some second round picks as filler. You know what I'm saying? Like make it sound good. Like in 3 second round picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get some 3. Look, Pelicans need all the help they need, and you got to look at like we're not look. See what we conversating about. It's not basketball. We talking business. So we looking at it like, look, okay, what's going to bring in them seats? What's going to bring them asses to the seats in the Pelicanville? Oh, I think Oz got a good offensive game. He showed what he could do in these last 2 playoffs at what he was doing. Oh, shit, we seen what Moses Moody was doing. Oh, shit, Kuminga went 7 for 7 in that fucking Minnesota series. Damn, maybe Kuminga could be our starter. Shit, we just
Man,
got rid of Brandon Ingram, and we got a defensive anchor in GP.
Yeah, it'll be all Kaminga. It'll be like Kaminga. Yo, stock kind of dropped since he got drafted to go to state. But if you're really that nigga, here go the keys, nigga. You're right. It'll be his team. But look, that wouldn't be bad. The New
That's
Orleans
a
fans
lot
would
to,
probably they'd be okay with that because Zion don't play, so they wouldn't
yeah,
know how to
that's
feel. So they'll
and
be
too.
okay.
Like that's a lot to
And Zion and Steph will go crazy because you got a beast in the paint and then you got a beast beyond the 3-point line. So it'll be a great balance.
man, bro. I'm saying, dog, like. But I was gonna say Zion, he has to be invested in he got to be invested into his shit. You know what I'm saying? And Steve Kerr got to be invested. Joe Lacob, all these motherfuckers got to be invested. They got to go through within the system of what they're trying to do. They got to recreate their system, bro. If they plan on and this is just outside the trade because we just talking fantasy shit. Like we just talking like if this shit happen, cool. We basically turning the trade logic off, nigga. Like
No,
you know,
that's good trade logic because it's the first round picks. Because I think see Draymond and it's not only that New Orleans is in a position where they kind of do want to move us. It's like they kind of believe in Zion, but if you give us a good enough trade package, we'll move off this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So giving
no,
a
yeah.
team 3 first round picks and at least a young player that's like at least all-star potential, they would do that shit. I
Or,
think.
or we could probably throw back Buddy Hill because he was in Pelicanville. Throw Buddy Hill in the mix. Like we have assets that can balance out the trade value in players, certain players, and it may not even be Zion. Like I wanted a nigga like Brandon Ingram. I didn't want Brandon Ingram to go to Toronto, bro. I wanted him to come to go to state because I
You know what I
thought,
realized about Brandon Ingram? I think they would have been a good fit. I don't know. I don't think Steve Kerr would have used Brandon Ingram right because remember in Team USA,
yeah,
Jason Tatum struggled, but also remember Brandon Ingram struggled under Steve Kerr too. I don't know if that was Steve Kerr. That might have been Coach K or somebody. I don't know. But
no,
anyway,
Steve Kerr, you right, Steve Kerr.
but in my opinion, when I watch this game, Brandon Ingram is playing out of position. That nigga's a point guard, bro.
Mm.
But I think he got so caught up in the KD comparisons, and people don't have a mind of their own because the NBA is so corporate. It's deeper than basketball, bro. This shit is so corporatized. It's a business. It's
Mm-hmm.
politics. It's a lot of shit going on, bro. It's a lot. It's a game within a game within a game within a game. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So I get that point, but he playing out of position. I think when I watch him play, I like he's a point guard. I don't know. I think
bro,
LeBron fucked him up when
yeah.
he got compared to KD, it was like cool. But if he would have stayed in the Laker land long enough, they would have moved him to a 2 or a 1 guard to experiment. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like and I'm so glad you brought that up, bro, because the type of the players that the Lakers had prior to LeBron being on there, bro. If you just think about, they had a young D'Lo when Kobe was on the sideline. When God rest his soul, man, but Kobe was there. They had a young Julius Randle. They had a young Brandon Ingram. They had a young Kyle Kuzma, bro. If they developed that team, I think that Laker team would have been something to be watching to watch. To be honest, because even a few years past, Lonzo Ball wasn't even his full. Like I think Lonzo's definitely a 6 man. on any other team. I don't think Lonzo Ball is a starter, to me, in my opinion. I think he's more so of a six man in the right system. Like LaMelo Ball is more of a point guard star player for me. I want LaMelo to run my team because I know Lonzo, even though he's a good scorer, he's not the type of scorer like LaMelo Ball. So I think having a player like Lonzo, he's like a six man. He's like a Sean Livingston to me.
That's what you're saying. He can run a bench unit and be effective, really effective. He probably win 6 man of the year if done right. But I think before the injuries, he could have been like Tyrese Halliburton, a guy who likes to run the floor. Probably better because he played defense and he was getting better shot. I think the Bulls medical staff fucked that nigga off. But at the same time, he could just be injury prone. But I think he could have been, because Tyrese Halliburton is more agile than him, but Lonzo is stronger than him. So I think he could have been anywhere but like, his ceiling would have been Tyrese Halliburton. Because I seen his ceiling was like a Tyrese Halliburton, Jason Kidd, or he could just be Michael Carter Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, bro. Do not compare that man to Michael Carter Williams. That shit is so disrespectful, bro. Like, that shit is crazy. But no, I get what you're saying because he was that, because like people forget Michael Carter Williams was that nigga in Syracuse, bro. Like,
he was that nigga. I'm just talking about NBA, like how his
career
like, panned out.
But it's crazy. Like when you speak about that, bro, like it's crazy the levels of like, you got to be a certain type of player because people don't even take this in consideration is that combine and that draft, like just to get to that level of being the top one pick. Like Cooper Flag, he can be the number one pick, but if he fucks up in that draft combine, that nigga can be number 8. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Depends.
It can go
Depends
that
who
way.
it is. Because in some drafts, it can be like LeBron. Like, if LeBron didn't do the combine, he was still going to be number 1. Same thing with Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama going to be like, I'm going to stay in France. He was still going to be drafted number 1. You know what I'm saying? For certain players. But then, like last year draft for, like, the Atlanta number pick, yeah, like, if the number 1 pick that Atlanta chose, that guy from France or Germany, wherever he's from, if he fucked his combine off a little too much, they're like, shit, hold on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This nigga tripping. But in certain drafts for like Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron, Ben Simmons, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you going number 1 regardless, bro. You don't care. We don't care what the fuck what they say, babe. If I want that signature, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that signature, nigga.
Hey, E-Money. This is a sidebar question. What was this? I mean, I guess you can collude it with basketball, I guess. But what was the best 2K that you played, bro? Because there's a YouTuber named Sports Drink TV, and he goes down to the history of like how like the older video games were, like to the EA Sports, 2K, to like all the companies that fell down and fell out for certain companies to thrive, bro. Like, that motherfucker got a dope ass channel. You can look him up. It's called Sports Drink TV. He be breaking shit down, bro, on video games.
Sports Stream TV?
Yeah, Sports Drink TV, yeah.
Oh, Sports Drink TV, bit. Oh, I see what he's saying. All he do is sports, drink, and watch TV. I got you.
That's what his label is, I guess.
Yeah, I'll get into that shit. But my favorite 2K and the best ones, probably 2K11. Probably my favorite. But recently, the new 2Ks now, like the new ones and shit, those go hard for a different reason. I'm gonna tell you I go hard for a different reason, but we just being unappreciative. 2K11, the best one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first one I fell in love with. The soundtrack.
That's with Michael Jordan on the cover, right?
Yeah, Michael Jordan on the cover. The My Team, the My Career, like you had the like nigga, if you fucked up being your fucking combine, nigga, or your whole college career, you go into the G League. You have to really grind.
For real though. No, for real. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, bro.
It's an age gap difference because it let me know how old you is. If you say 2K11 your favorite 2K, that tell me like you either in your you in your you either in your late 20s to 30s. If you say 2K16 is your favorite 2K, you anywhere between like 18 to like 26, 25. You know what I'm saying?
To me, NBA 2K10 with Kobe on the cover was the dopest one too. 2K10 was dope.
Yeah, that's some old, like, see, so you saying that? That's some old head shit. They
Yeah, see, bro, but D-Money, you gotta remember, bro, I'm 32. I'm gonna be 33 on June 14th, my nigga. Bro, I remember playing fucking 2K on Dreamcast, nigga.
And low key, my first 2K I played with was 2K11. It was 2K11 on PS3.
What was
So
your first 2K?
yeah, that was the first 2K I
Oh
played.
my god, bro. I was playing 2K1, 2K, nigga, I was playing 2K2, 2K3. Bro, I was there for the whole vibe of 2K, bro. And I just seen that decline. Like, I literally just traded 2K25, my nigga. Like, I play 24 because I think 24 is better than 25.
But let me tell you something. This is what I hacked the sauce. What I did, and I've been doing this for a lot of 2Ks. See, people always play my career, and then see in 2K13 when Jay Z took over, they started experimenting the microtransactions, which was cool because I pay to play
And
a
I
little
think
bit.
that's where video games fucked up.
They fucked up doing that shit, but check me out though. I play my league, right? So basically, I be the commissioner. So what I do is and especially when they introduce the errors, like we can go in the '80s, bruh. It's like a fucking. I do anything I want. I be the commissioner. So sometimes I choose like the worst team in the league, try to build them up, and I keep going. Or I might drop a credit player in there. But one thing I realize is this: when I'll put everybody, all the players in there at their prime, right? But the errors I'm talking about from George fucking Gervin all the way down to Victor Wembanyama, right? And I try to get them in their prime, and then I play, and I see certain shit. And even though it's just a game, but this is a simulation. It's like a computer. It's like an algorithm. And doing it, it kind of exposed a lot of shit. I'd be like, damn, like with all these players, I got credit players in here. This nigga still doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And certain players always stood out. And one player I said that made me think about the GOAT debate is Wilt Chamberlain, bro. And you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I just play my career, my league, and I make my own my career. Not to get too ahead of myself, I was talking about. So I'll play my league, built the whole universe out, and I drop my player in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I create a player, drop him in there, and I have fun because everybody in their prime. So I'm playing against Wilt Chamberlain, got Jordan and Pablo Vanchero on the team because it's like a real draft system. Everybody do what they do, and they just like it's like my career plus my team put together, and I do that's what I do. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel you.
I do that bitch. But I learned doing that shit because it be times where I be like, I ain't playing with my credit player, this shit cheating, and I be more like a real GM and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially as I get older playing 2Ks. But I realized that nigga Wilt Chamberlain should be talking more about in the GOAT debate. Kareem and Jordan, LeBron kind of do their thing, but it kind of showed me that like Jordan better than that nigga LeBron. I ain't gonna care. But like really, one thing I really showed that Wilt Chamberlain was consistent. Like yeah, Dominique said I do that shit too. That nigga say I always he always put Kobe in Atlanta. On God, I always get Dallas, and I build him up to a dynasty, and then I go pick somebody else who suck. Here you go, man. I get like a dynasty and do that shit, but yeah, bro. But Wilt Chamberlain really I ain't gonna say he the GOAT, but he should be talked more about because yeah, he didn't have like the shooting threes and shooting, but he was such a force on defense, and he was so tall, but he was so athletic enough that he can run the floor. It wasn't like he was tall and slow. This nigga was like he was like Victor Wembanyama, but without the crossovers. But I'm pretty sure if Will Chamberlain was born today, he'll be Victor Wembanyama. But he was stronger than Victor already. Like this nigga was a track athlete and shit, but like he was tall enough and he can run the floor. So think about the lobs, the defense presence. So this nigga probably, if he score 100 points in today's era, he can get 50 points just off transition and pick and roll lobs and probably
Right.
rebounds and putbacks, like low key in this era. You know what I'm saying? So I think he should be talked about more. And I think that Bill Russell beating him a lot in the finals because low key Bill, you know what I'm saying, kind of fucked up his legacy.
Mm.
But from what I see, he was better than Bill Russell. Now Bill
Yo,
Russell was a
Will
dog
Chamberlain?
too, huh?
You said Will Chamberlain better than Bill Russell?
Yeah, but I think when it comes to defense, Bill Russell and Will Chamberlain are probably equal. I give them that respect according to what I seen on 2K. You know what I'm saying, and what I know about them and all my basketball knowledge. But this computer symbol, I know it's a video game, but this computer game designed to replicate basketball. You know what I'm saying? Who people spend this like a $1 million game. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like on defense, they probably more equal, but offensively, you can't fuck with Chamberlain because he was just so tall and athletic. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Oh,
was
yeah.
like a mix of like he in the same breed as like Giannis, Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy who can run the
He
floor,
went to, yeah,
and he was just crazy. He was a physical specimen type shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Kind of like I guess you could put LeBron James. He was such a physical specimen that even though you can be like, man, LeBron James 4 and 6, and Steph Curry fucked him up, and these niggas fucked him up. At a certain point, we can't show LeBron, but it gotta be like, okay, at a certain point, hey, you and LeBron kind of weird, did some fucked up shit. We ain't gonna act like this nigga just can't. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna act like this nigga didn't go to 10 straight finals, took a team to the finals as when he was 21. Like we don't act like this nigga don't got all the points like he did. He is all time scorer. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't act like that nigga did what he did, even though he had his flaws type shit. But it's like if LeBron is even like the GOAT or it can be considered top 5 or top 10, I think Will Chamberlain somewhere in that conversation, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. He
That's what I
definitely
think.
got a, yeah. He got a, he has a, hell yeah, yeah. He got all that, bro.
For sure, it's crazy. It's like, dang, like Kareem too. Like Kareem would do his thing a little bit, but one thing about Kareem, he was slow, so he couldn't run the floor. So you can game plan against that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So like, this nigga Will Chamberlain, imagine somebody like taller than Giannis running the floor just as fast as Giannis, and he a center, bro. And on defense, he better than like Giannis. Like think about he got the defensive impact of Victor Wembanyama, but he is as strong and as fast as like Shaq in Orlando or Giannis, bro. And the nigga like a certified 7'2". You know what I'm saying? And he
yeah,
really swat the shit in. And his scoring bag, it ain't like he just so gifted like Hakeem Olajuwon do upper unders and spinning. It's kind of like he's so dominant around the rim. It was all like, okay, if you miss a shot, I'm probably gonna rebound it. Easy buckets, like you know what I'm saying? Like off the glass, like if he got 20 rebounds, he probably got half his rebounds was points. So 10 of them rebounds translate to 20 points. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
That's not including like pick and roll, throw it down low. It's a mismatch. Like just 20 points, just clean up glass, and then his defensive presence alone. For me, he being the GOAT. And I think a lot of times like you get caught up in accolades and winning and shit, but it's a team sport. That's why I think at the end of the day, to tie a knot in this shit, bring it back to current NBA, the Pacers is gonna win because as a team in like a
they got more
basketball
than
game, they're the
original.
best.
Yeah,
Them or OKC is the best team. I don't know who because they haven't played each other, but you know what I'm saying, they're the best team. Only difference is I see is that the Pacers is a slightly better team because Halliburton is a playmaker. So see, this is the difference when Shea don't got his offense going. OKC, what they do is they
yeah.
play defense so fucking good they're gonna lock your ass down until
Mm-hmm,
Shea get cooking. That's their formula. Tyrese
mm-hmm.
Halliburton formulas are like, okay, if I can't score, nigga, the seventh man off our bench might pop you for 10 points real quick, bitch. Because when you have a real point guard on your team, everybody play harder on defense because they trying to help you in
Yeah,
transition because they feel like
they
everybody gonna get
always,
the ball. You know what I mean? Like, I can
yeah.
get the ball, bro. If I get a stop, get a steal, or you know what I'm saying, get a deflection, I might run. You know what I'm saying? It
Well, that's
makes the
gonna be
whole
the that's
team.
gonna be the conversation if that happens. If it's gonna be Indiana versus OKC, that conversation is gonna be had with SGA versus Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah,
Who's
they
the
be like,
best? Who the best point guard? What type of version of point guard do you like? Do you like a player like Tyrese? Do you like a player like SGA? That's gonna be a conversation.
yeah, it's gonna be like a pure point guard versus the scorer. So you talking about the positions right now? Chris Paul old, he out of there, but Tyrese he the last true point guard. Like they
And
say,
Breeze
Steph
of that
Curry,
shit.
like Steph Curry not a point guard. Like he really a shooting guard. Like really, when you talk
Mhm.
about is he better than Magic Johnson, it's like nigga, is he better than Kobe? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. And
Yeah,
then, and if he would have won this chip, if he would have won the chip this year, they would have been saying, you know what, it's time, bro. Is he the GOAT? Like real shit. If he won
yeah.
this, if Steph would have won number
He would have
five, it
had
would have
his
been
fifth.
like
He
it
would
would
have
have been
had
a
his
whole new
fifth ring.
conversation.
He would have had his fifth ring by now. He really, if Cleveland didn't do what they did and get Draymond suspended, he would have been had his fourth ring and end up being on his fifth ring the year that they beat the Boston Celtics, and then this year would be can he get his sixth ring? So I mean he already outdid LeBron as far as championships though. So that's why I say team wise or whatever, player for player, I'd rather have a player like Steph than I would have a player like LeBron on my team.
I don't know. I see what you're saying though. I do see what you're saying.
Like
'Cause
I
when I
like,
watch Steph play, it's
like
like
niggas
damn,
running
because he
themselves. I don't.
he can play. He can play in the system. He a good teammate. You can put him on the same team. Like he not gonna choke. Like I see what you're saying. Like really, the only fault that Steph Curry got that his ankles was weak. When he first came to the league,
Yeah, he got
but he a
hella
player. He
bad
getting
injuries.
better every year. Like literally, like you're right. Like you would think the year he won his 2 MVPs back to back, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's the best version of Steph Curry. No, nigga, the nigga who just hurt his hamstring, he's better than that. You know what I'm saying? He's better than
His
that
first
version.
hamstring he ever pulled it throughout his whole career.
Like the version he won in this last championship was better than you know what I'm saying. Like it's like it is kind of like the older he getting better
But
because
it felt like that, bro. It felt like that. Like with the Timber, I honestly think it should be Golden State and OKC in this Western Conference Finals because like the run that Golden State was on, like granted it had some shaky moments, but
and it's Jimmy
you know,
Butler's
like
fault. We gotta talk about that. If Jimmy did his fucking job, Steph would still be playing.
yeah, if Jimmy, thank you. This nigga Jimmy Butler only took 9 shots. Nigga only took 11 shots. That's why I was saying, like, Jimmy Butler, I get it. You were hurt. You got injured. Cool, whatever, bro. But you decided to get on that court and tie them shoelaces up, my nigga. And you told the media and you told your teammates you were ready to play and go. Nigga, you do. Jimmy Butler, he just doesn't, even when you see him play, bro, like, he looks lost in the system. He looks like he doesn't know where to take his shots at. He does. This nigga dribbles 3 to 4 or 5 times into the post, and he don't even know if he want to take a layup or if he want to pass it, like on some Ben Simmons shit.
Mm.
Like, but I honestly really thought this was Steph Curry's year to be like, oh, I'm gonna get this 5th ring. Like, if Steph, I honestly genuinely feel like if Steph didn't get that hamstring injury, it would have been SGA versus Steph in this Western Conference, and I think it would have been a way better viewership than what this fucking Minnesota and OKC shit is getting. I just feel like Golden State with Steph Curry is just a better team than the Minnesota Timberwolves. Even though the Minnesota Timberwolves blew out
Yeah, I
OKC
can.
tonight, I just think that Golden State with Steph Curry is just a better team than Minnesota Timberwolves because even when Steph Curry, like the Houston Rockets war and tear on fucking Stephen Curry. Like they were boxing him in, and this nigga still found a way to get. Like anybody that says Steph Curry couldn't play in the '90s is full of shit. This
He would
nigga
have
was
fucked the
still
'90s
getting
up.
his shit off.
He would have changed the game earlier because he would have opened that shit up. If he
Was
was
still
like
getting his shit off. Like when people be like, "Oh, all Steph Curry does is he just that's the label on Steph Curry. Oh, all Steph Curry does he just shoots. He just shoots. No, nigga, they were
that's
being
dangerous though. That's
extra
dangerous because you can
physical.
say that all he can do is dunk, and I see why you would take LeBron over Steph. Because the more I think about it is, if a 3-pointer is worth more than a two, I don't care how strong you is, nigga. And that's what's dangerous about Steph. It ain't like, oh, he like a Reggie Miller or a Kobe Bryant or like Ray Allen. Like no, like nigga, he will make you look embarrassed. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's a
Yeah,
reason why it throw the whole defense off, and then and it's all like he'll make. That's why Jimmy Butler love playing with him because if you a good player and your only weakness is not shooting, if you play with Steph Curry, it's like damn nigga, y'all done fucked up because y'all never, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done gave me so much space to do what the fuck I want to do, but I see
and
what you saying, bro. He would have
with
changed.
Jimmy Butler, when he was in the interview, he was like, "Man, it's hard out here playing without Steph." I'm like, Jimmy Butler, that's not the approach I want to hear from you, my nigga. Like when Steph Curry is out, I want you to be like, "Oh, Steph out, it's all good. I'm that nigga. I'm a ball out. Don't worry, Golden State, I got you. I want you to take 30 shots. I want you to take."
Yes, even if you would have lost, it'd be like take 30 shots because think about it. The way that whatever Jalen Brunson doing, Jimmy can do that shit up and unders, mid range turnaround fadeaways, getting to the line, taking a couple bad threes, hoping you make that shit. That nigga Jalen Brunson be taking 30 shots. Jalen Brunson not getting 30 points on 12 shots. You know what I'm saying?
He
This
just
nigga he
and
chunking that shit, bro. He shooting
being
that
a
bitch.
leader becomes it comes with that. Like when you're a leader on a team and your other leader falls out, they expect you to they play through you, my nigga. So when they see you deflated on the court, what do you think them other niggas around you gonna play like? Like
No, they stepped up because even though Jimmy Dwyer stepped down, Porzingis still dropped 30. Moses Moody, but what happened was you killed time because they're like, okay, Jimmy Butler, gonna step up, and then the last 7 minutes, 6 minutes of the game, and like, damn, Jimmy's selling. Fuck it, we got, you know what I'm saying? Because Moses Moody stepped up, Pod stepped
Yeah,
up,
Moses
but
stepped up.
it was out of time because they're waiting on Jimmy. So like,
Yeah.
say Jimmy hit a shot, okay, Jimmy hit a shot, okay, he gonna get a rhythm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was waiting to, okay, here it come, and it never happened. And then when the whole team realized, like, oh, he's not gonna show up.
You said it right there, D Money. Oh, he just a regular nigga. He ain't playoff Jimmy. He just a regular nigga for real. Okay, so we just got to play
Exactly.
like some regular ass niggas on this court right now. And Steve Curry, he ain't gonna say shit to Jimmy. And you see Draymond, he out here throwing elbows and doing some unnecessary shit that he don't need to be doing. Like, I mean, at some point, damn nigga, like, what does it take for Dray? Like, I vouch for niggas because I said on Golden State, I was like, man, Clay gotta go. And then I started realizing how much I miss Clay on Golden State because Steph Curry, gravity wise, he just does not look the same without his boy without his boy Clay on the court, nigga. Like, it just, you got to remember, like, Golden State fucking drafted these niggas from the ground up, my bro. Like, they drafted Draymond, they drafted Klay Thompson, they drafted these players. They got these young players. They got these players like Sean Livingston, David West. The list can go on, but bruh, like, when you take a piece away from a nigga like Steph, like Jimmy says, oh, that nigga Batman. It's like, bruh, you literally took Superman's powers away from him and getting rid of Clay. And Clay comes to Dallas and thinking he gonna play with Luka, and Luka ain't even there. So Clay, it's like, I think Golden State needs to bring Clay back. And it wouldn't even look right if Klay Thompson retires onto another team if they don't bring Klay Thompson back. They have to bring Klay Thompson back, bro. Like, I don't know what the whatever it is, I just think they just need to bring him back at some point because that shit is foul how they did Klay Thompson. And the fact that they belittled Klay Thompson like he wasn't a person that had anything to do with those championships, he did, bro. Just like every other player, bro, I was watching Golden State in their prime, like when when Steph Curry was unstoppable, bro. When Klay Thompson was unstoppable with Draymond Green, if Klay and Steph ain't dropping shit, Draymond dropping 30. Like Iguodala coming off the bench. Like, it's like some Chicago bullshit when you see Michael Jordan going to the Wizards and you like, damn, nigga, like, these niggas just ain't got it for real like that no more. You feel me? Like, but it was just one of them things, and I just felt like they did Klay so fucking foul, bro. Like, I even to this day, nigga, like, I don't even know Klay from a glass of paint, nigga, but I bet you if you ask that nigga, would you like to go back to Golden State, he would say yeah.
Probably so. That's why I think Joe Lacob got out of there, because Joe Lacob said he read the tea leaves and he didn't want to be responsible and making tough decisions, so he got the fuck.
Myers.
He was a coward, but he got up out of there.
Bob Myers.
Yeah, Bob Myers, not Joe Lacob. Sorry.
No, you good. Bob Myers, no, he the one. He the one, bro. He the same one when Kevin Durant got hurt, because, man, I still remember that. I think that year right there when we lost to Toronto was the year where everything just fucking deflated. And then on top of that, Draymond Green is over here calling Katie a bitch. Like, I don't know why Draymond called Katie a bitch. I think it had way more to do with that fucking situation on that Clippers court. Nigga, I was watching that game live, and that had something to do with Draymond and Katie going at it. But there was something behind the scenes that Katie and Draymond were not vibing the way motherfuckers thought these niggas was vibing. Golden State was not vibing. That was the year DeMarcus Cousins was on that team too.
Yeah. But I agree with you, bro. And I don't know what it would take for him to fucking.
But I just think there's a 2-year expansion on Steph Curry's window, bro. And for me, at least, like, I'm gonna always enjoy the Steph Curry show when what he brings on the court, but we got to start looking to the future, and we got to start building off the future. We got to start bringing in these young PGs, point guards, 2 guards, or whatever the case may be. We got to get back to building the fucking organization the way it was built when Steph Curry came into the building, when Baron Davis was there, when Monte Ellis was there, when fucking Steven Jackson was there, when Michael Petrus was there, when fucking all these niggas that were in their own right legendary players, Matt Barnes when he was young. Like, we got to get back to that grit and grind, because when we left Oakland, we left a piece of We left a piece of that shit out there in Oakland and go to San Francisco. Nobody want to play in San Francisco, nigga. We want to play in Oakland. Go back to Oakland. Cause y'all, that's where y'all was gritting and grinding out. There ain't no grit no more being in San Francisco. Everything is just like, oh, that's whatever. Steph, coming off screens. I'm doing what I got to do because I'm Steph Curry. But hey, nigga, like I'm just here to get paid for like Marshawn Lynch. I'm only here so I don't get fined, my nigga. Shit crazy.
Hey, I got a question for you, Sean. So, what else? How you feel about like, what are you gonna do when that retirement happens? Are you a Golden State fan, or do you go back to your Philly roots and root for
Man, I
Jared
said
McCain?
it's funny because I said like, man, it's Steph Curry go, man. It's Steph Curry go. Because I was like, I'm gonna root for the Charlotte Hornets, man, because I think Steph go to the Hornets. But if he doesn't, then I'm gonna be a Hornets because I got real belief in LaMelo Ball, and I just think that he's gonna be the next come up. But they gotta surround him with pieces that complement his play style. Like that's what I was speaking on earlier. When you have players like Cooper Flag, when you have players like Luka, or when you have players like AD, or when you have players like these superstar level players, you have to build around their play style, or it's not gonna work. If they have a player like LaMelo Ball in Golden State and Steph Curry ends up leaving, you gotta surround pieces around LaMelo Ball to feel comfortable around the court so he can play his level of play style the way he plays.
Yeah,
I
I
would be
agree.
like, shit. Like I was one of them niggas where I was like, oh man, Allen Iverson left Philadelphia because before I was like people like I never told anybody, but like I was a Philadelphia Sixers fan, like because Allen Iverson when I was young, I grew up watching AI. I wanted to play like AI. I wanted to be like AI. Like when it came basketball, I got the braids, like all that shit, whatever the case may be. But Allen Iverson was the dude, and I was like, man, they can never trade Allen Iverson. Man, that nigga's too fucking superstar level. That was when I started learning about the business. I'm like, oh shit, this nigga went to Detroit. This nigga went to Denver, whatever the case may be. Went back to Philly. The way they treated him was so fucked up. I was like, damn, like I can never think I believe another player that can stay loyal to another team ever again. So Steph Curry is staying on to Golden State. If Steph Curry decided, yo, I want to leave and be like, it wouldn't be a fucking surprise to me. Just like if it can go back to if LeBron James never left Cleveland, I don't think none of these players nowadays would even think about moving to another team. It would take a nigga like Kevin Durant to be like, I don't want to play in OKC. LeBron James made a choice in that decision that changed the whole culture of the NBA, whether he likes it or not, or whether the fan bases agrees with it or not.
He
LeBron made a
influenced
transition
KD
and changed the
because
whole league, my nigga.
KD kind of like, damn, nigga, in 2012, I could have had my first chip, but your super team fucked me off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I would have stayed in OKC, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you saying. Like he started a trend. Like even though he want to blame Boston, Boston was so old and you were so young at the time. You could have waited that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But I
Right.
think him leaving Cleveland on top of that shit, we got to be real. Somebody was fucking his mama on the team, bro. So I think it kind of made the
Yeah.
whole situation like you ever had a moment like I got to get the fuck out of here, bro. This whole I gotta get in a whole new environment. This all this shit from the ownership and my mama fucking my teammate. These niggas, fuck. I gotta get out of it. And he grew up in Cleveland, so he probably like I gotta get the fuck out of here, bro. I never left this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I think that has something to do with it too. But for
Yeah.
Steph Curry, if he did leave, he'd have to tell him. But I think that would hurt. It won't hurt his legacy, but I think the NBA for like the Dirk, Kobe, I think it kind of complete. It hurts his legacy a little bit, but not really because it can be seen as Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan left, like even though Michael Jordan went to the Wizards, he's still a Chicago Bull. It ain't like LeBron, Chris Paul shit. But the fact that Kobe and Dirk only played for one team, it would help Steph. And at the point Steph career as he has now, with 4 rings and 2 MVPs, and you already made your mark on the game. Only thing another championship do would be the difference between you being like the greatest point guard of all time to like the greatest player of all time, and which is like he probably really want that. You know what I'm saying? But I think he has to
Yeah.
stay on Golden State. If he
Yeah.
go
Like,
taste the fifth ring, it don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying?
it's just like I think Steph Curry at one point I ain't gonna lie because Steph Curry's had a 2-year contract. I think when it's gonna come to a point, D Money, I think it's gonna come to a point where it was like Steph's gonna be in a Kobe position. And when I say Steph is gonna be in a Kobe position, is if you remember those years when Kobe was playing with people like Jeremy Lin and Jordan Love from U of A. people like Kobe was in a position where they asked him, "Hey, do we want more players to help, or do you want this money?" And Kobe was like, "I want this money, my nigga." I think Steph Curry is going to be in a position where he can, and you could see it in podiums, like press conferences, when he talks about, when people ask him about the future of Golden State. And every time he answers, I just want to compete. I just want to be in position to contend with these players. I want to be in position to contend because I'm not looking at regular season. I want to contend in the playoffs. I want to be in the finals. I want to be in the championship. But sometimes, bro, Kobe Bryant, he only got the 5, and maybe Steph Curry's at a point where in his career where he's only gonna get the 4. Maybe he's gonna be in that position where like they're catering, and I don't want to try to talk like I'm speaking bad about Steph's play on the court, but it's come to a point where it's like, what do you want to do? What do you, what, not even just Steph, but what is the organization trying to do if we're catering to Steph Curry so much that we're literally, we're fucking not developing our young players the way we feel we can, or what we wish we should do? What's our image? Like, what are we trying to do? Because for so long, for what Steph Curry's done in his career, there's always been an identity there. And once Steph leaves, there's not going to be an identity there, bro. There's not going to be no identity there. There's going to be a surface level where Golden State's going to be trash again, bro. They're
Yep,
going
and
to be
then
garbage.
they left the bay, so the real fans not gonna be there to support y'all. They ain't got time to down. Y'all these rich motherfuckers are gonna go to
Yeah.
LA. We're gonna go to LA instead. That'd
Yeah, I'm
be
gonna go to Clippers. I'm gonna go to the Lakers. But like, there's gonna be that base of that fan base, bro. Like, we're gonna be in them years where shit, we can sell some fucking cereal boxes and get some tickets to play at Golden State, where shits is just cheap. Back then in Oakland, I used to talk to people from Oakland. They used to be like, bruh, Golden State was so bad, we only paid like $10 or $15 for fucking tickets. And that was getting floor seats, nosebleeds, or whatever the case may be. That's how bad the Golden State Warriors, but there was always a fan base. And you guys changed that and put it to this point. Like, I still don't understand why they even fucking did that and put it into, are we just gonna call this arena Chase Center? Like, the crowd ain't even the crowd. I feel like the crowd is full of fucking bougie ass fucking people that don't even know shit about basketball for real. That's why I respect organizations like Boston and New York and Dallas and Indiana, because that's a basketball state, my nigga. Like, Golden State is just like, what the fuck are we doing if we don't have Steph Curry? Like, it's just like, man, I don't know. I don't know how deep I can explain that. Maybe I don't know if I'm making sense of what I'm saying. In my head, it makes sense, but I don't know out loud if it does. But shit, bro, like, it's just like, it's annoying, bro. It's
no, that
frustrating.
shit. No, that shit makes sense. And y'all in the fucked up hole. Y'all in the same position the
We in
Lakers
a, we,
was.
like, we're really in a position. We're really in a fucked up position because of Steph Curry and Draymond Green.
Yeah.
They don't want to let go of Draymond Green, and they don't want to let go of Steph Curry until they retire. And I honestly, the only reason I feel like they got rid of Klay Thompson is because they didn't want to pay him his money, which is fucked up, because he had every right to feel like, yo, I deserve a piece of this pie, bro. I was the reason why we got some of these championships. Do you go back to my OKC series? Like, Klay has a resume, and I never defended Klay like this until he left Golden State. But I didn't realize and I didn't appreciate what Klay did until that nigga left. And most Golden State fans, some Golden State fans would be like, man, Klay been that dude. But some people would be like, man, Jordan. I remember niggas was saying Jordan Poole should take over Klay Thompson's position just because they seen what Jordan Poole was doing and dropping 30 every now and then. So
I think it was a role for that because sometimes if a scorer get hot, give him the hot hand because what Jordan Poole was doing, it wouldn't really take it away from his game because he could just pass it back out to what's that kid to Clay, because Clay and Jordan Poole, he accepted it. It was like he accepted Jordan Poole coming in because they won that fourth championship together. But then when it came to Pods, him and Pods was kind of like bumping heads. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Jordan Poole got big headed. Once he got that bag, he got big. And I feel like that's the reason that Draymond Green popped the shit out of him the way he did, because Jordan Poole started talking crazy to Draymond. And I'm like, well, damn, like, I think with Draymond got to live with that shit forever. Like I still to this day think like I'm always going to defend Draymond because I'm like, man, Draymond been here. He's a part of the cloth of Golden State, man. But I remember when that happened, when he knocked out Jordan Poole, I was like, man, Draymond had every right to knock that nigga Jordan Poole out, man. That nigga Jordan Poole was probably talking shit on his YN shit, talking crazy to him. He probably had every right to get knocked out. And then I really started thinking about, I'm like, damn, that nigga Draymond really, he's one of those dudes that just like, he just picks certain points in his basketball career to just choose the right time to just do some stupid shit off the court or on the court, bro. It cost us. Like it cost us when he got suspended when LeBron stepped over him, bro. Like he does things like it caught, and that's not even when he kicking Steven Adams in the nuts. When he kicking fucking, it's like how much resume of history did you got to know to not get rid of a nigga like Draymond? The only reason I see that you are not getting rid of a player like Draymond is because there's no big value assets that can cover a player like what Draymond Green does. Because Draymond Green is a great player. I don't know if he's a superstar, but he's a great player for any team that would want a player like him. I don't know.
This shit crazy, bro. This basketball shit making my head hurt. Yeah, that Dominique said, yeah, I fuck with Draymond the long way, but he can fuck up and still mess up the team. But I see what you saying, like Jordan Poole. They could have, I think, even with Kevin Durant said it without saying it, and everybody knows it. And some people was brave enough to say it online. Kevin Durant wanted to stay with on Golden State because he fucked with Steph, but it was kind of like a situation where like it's either me or Draymond. And
Yeah,
they should have chose Katie. Katie still would have been over there with Steph.
yeah,
And
yeah.
y'all could have replaced what Draymond did some way, somehow. Fucking figure it out.
Hell
Lord
yeah.
Jesus.
Because at that time when that was happening, D Money, remember we had not Pascal we had damn, what's his name? Uh Fuck, bro. I forget his name. But he was man, I cannot remember his name for the life. But we had a forward that was about to take his Draymond's position. I forget his fucking name. Dominique, if you can remember, bro. His name, I think his name was Pascal or something. It wasn't Siakam. That's a different player, but damn, bro, I cannot remember his fucking name. But he was one of those. He was a threat to Draymond's position, and I felt like Draymond felt that. And anytime Draymond, I honestly feel that anytime Draymond feels he's threatening his position in his career, he's gonna do something outlandish, and he knows, bro. He knows Golden State is not gonna do shit.
Yeah,
He
he
knows
trying to
that
protect
they're
his
not
money.
gonna
And
do
then I think even him, see, he very self-aware. And I think, Eric Pascal.
Eric Pascal, there you go.
And
Eric.
shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Dominique for the thing. But I think he very aware. I think even him getting cool with Rich Paul. I think he's already been cool with Rich. But even with him locking in with LeBron James to represent him, I think he knew what his legacy was. And there was times he said he did feel disrespected by Golden State, and Golden State tried to get him out of there a little bit. But Mav Carter was the one to tell him to stay because that's part of his legacy. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I think it was a bold move because as long as LeBron is in the league, you can never trust your agent to do what's best for you
At all.
because he probably thought about like, wow, why I want you to leave Golden State and it free up cap space for Steph Curry. Yeah, stay, nigga. And Draymond Green like, yeah, I'm gonna stay my legacy. Like, nigga, no one gives
Yeah,
a fuck about your legacy if you stay on Golden State your whole fucking life, nigga, outside of you. You know what I'm saying? No one gives a fuck
exactly.
about that shit.
Exactly. 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 And that's what he knew. Draymond knows his career isn't shit without Golden State, my nigga. Like, he knows that. Like, he knows he can't go to another team and do the shit that he's doing over there because they tolerate that bullshit, bro. They tolerate that shit for whatever the reason the fuck that they tolerate it for. Like, he Kanye West of Golden State.
Mm.
Like, he does and says and he does whatever he wants.
No, you gave him too much credit.
Yeah, I think even because I mean, shit, even Kanye got a limit.
I mean, like defensive wise, like because defensive wise, he is a genius and he puts on a master class. So I see what you're saying. He does something very beautiful, and then he'll destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see what you're saying. You can say Kanye because defensively, even though we like seeing the ball go in, But if you really love basketball, for what Draymond Green do defensively, it do be like a masterclass. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah,
can't even hate on this shit. It's just
nah,
sometimes not as it's not the pretty side of basketball. But
yeah, he
that
did.
is true. But I think he been living off that for too long because technically, as much as we all love defense, I mean, like for example, Rudy Gobert won 4 defensive player years in awards and got traded. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if he flipped that and he won 4 MVPs, his ass still be in Utah. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Them be like, look, Rudy, you're not going nowhere. We're gonna figure it out. Looking ass. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that crazy that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert were on the team once upon a time together? Like that's
Yeah, they
crazy.
had Utah lit. They had Utah lit.
Yeah, they did. They sure
And it
did. I
was,
always wondered like how that team would develop if they just continued being on the same team. Utah
I
had a
think,
squad.
I think what was holding them back was, even though Rudy Gobert hit his ceiling, if Rudy Gobert would have worked on his offensive game more
Yeah,
and
Rudy
was
was
like
still
a
like a
real
young
threat,
buck. Mm-hmm.
it would have took him over the level. But since he never developed that, take him over the ump. I think what really broke the team up, him
Mm-hmm.
and Donovan Mitchell weren't getting along anyway. They kind of wanted
Mm-hmm.
to rebuild, but then when Jalen Brunson
Man,
puts out Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert out in the playoffs,
man,
it's like, yeah, fuck it, blow it up.
man, bro.
That's
And
really what happened.
it's even more impressive. Like I fuck with Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards is like fucking superstar level, bro. And the fact that he took out KD, he took out or did he? No, he didn't take out Jokic. I'm
Yeah,
thinking
he
of
did.
last year.
He did. He
But I
did. He did
mean,
it last year.
yeah, he took out like the 3-headed, 4-headed, 5-headed monsters of quote unquote the league or whatever. I just thought having that like I used to have like a crazy respect for the Timberwolves until I seen that series with Golden State, bro. This year, I was just like,
But it ain't that nigga fault Curry got hurt.
no,
You know what
it
I'm
ain't
saying?
it ain't it ain't Timberwolves' fault that he got hurt. It's just the way, like, cause you gonna talk your shit. You cook, hey, you cook.
No, they trying to say like, oh, we ran through KD, Curry, and LeBron, but it's like technically Curry was hurt, so you can't say that, nigga. That's what you trying to say?
Yeah, then I just see Minnesota fans talking about Steph Curry overrated. I'm like, bitch, nigga wasn't playing. The fuck? Nah, that shit give me that's another one, bro. Like, hey, I know you got some shit to do tonight, bro. I could talk all day about this shit, bro.
No, for sure.
But it's been a good live, bro. I appreciate it. I just come here to support, man. But
No, for real, Saint, you a bitch. We supposed to come talk. I love this basketball talk. We supposed to talk about black women and black women extorting you and shit, nigga. And dragging you a hoe too. Talking about you checking shit. I don't think you checking shit. You know what I'm saying? That kind of came over here. But it's okay. I'm gonna catch y'all niggas. We gonna get on that shit. We probably don't want to hear our ass argue anyway
mm,
all day over the same shit. But nah, for real, I appreciate you, Sean, nigga, coming through. And
it's fine.
yeah, that nigga Dominic saying fuck dragging. Yeah, I'm fuck dragging, bro. But
Yeah, man.
shout out to my nigga Sean. Shout out to Dominic, bro, coming through. Bro was on this bitch for 2 hours talking straight hoops, nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, straight hoop podcast. That's what you should call it, man.
Straight hoop. I should call it straight hoop, but then see we choose on straight hoops, but I might get on here on some ignorant shit. I ain't gonna talk about
Hey,
basketball at all. It might be
that would be on your sidebar. Like, hey, you got a sidebar conversation, just do it, right? Like, I might cut through, chime in, and try to just listen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been on, bro. Like, I just been for real. Like, I'm just getting back to the essence of just supporting again, like the day ones I supported and shit, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, just getting back to that shit, man. It's about that time and shit. So, shout out to D Money, shout out to Saint, shout out to T Price, all them niggas and shit. So, you know, I'm 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 around when I'm not around. Even when you think I'm around, when I'm not around, I am around, listening. So, salute to y'all, man. Salute to Dominique as well, too.
no, so it's a dumb. Shout out to my nigga Slime. I know where you been hiding that Slime. Come out the hiding. I know I gotta go live more. That's my nigga. But I'm gonna try to clip this shit up with some good talking points. And I'm gonna try to do my best. That shit take a long time to do, Lord Jesus.
I
But
think
I'm gonna
it's
try to clip it up.
we did have some good basketball takes, man. Hopefully, we can get some people to debate it because we got some hot takes. We got takes that people don't be talking about with basketball, bro. So
Yeah, we just gotta clip. We gotta just I gotta clip it up and present it nicely because sometimes nobody gonna sit there no 2 hour live to get a good
Yeah.
debate. But it's a couple times where like I think we got one like I should write this shit down.
Hey, you should
But
do it. Like when you get the chance, you just like, cause I be watching like JBP and fucking Brilliant Idiots. Like they got timelines and shit. Like what they're conversating about,
mm,
topics are and shit. Like what time limit that they're talking. Like how long are they? Like once you
yeah,
organize
they
it,
do
bro,
that.
like it should be cool.
Oh yeah, they have timestamps. Yeah, because when you upload a video
Timestamp,
on
timestamp.
a computer, it do let you get detail. Like, when you do upload a video, don't get me wrong, you get a lot of details. I'd be like, shit, you know what I'm saying? It lets you a lot of shit up,
Yeah,
promote shit. You
for
can put shit in
sure.
different languages. You can promote an English video and have your closed captions in Spanish the whole time for people. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that shit crazy.
Or I can be talking in Spanish and just have it correlate in English closed captions the whole time for y'all.
Mm.
But yeah, some shit, bro. Just some shit to figure out, but we're gonna do it. But man, appreciate y'all coming through, bro. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and shit. But if you one of them niggas I heard say that and you was like, I'm not gonna do that, then fuck you, nigga. I don't care about your like or subscribing, bitch. Cause you know what? I'm gonna need like a I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe like 1,000,000 times before I even get paid for this stupid ass shit. So it don't fucking matter. I just like doing this shit for the love, nigga. Cause I don't get paid for this shit at all.
That nigga do buddy look like my cousin, bro. That shit.
Hey,
I
hey,
still,
follow me on TikTok too. I'm at Mavs Fan on crack, bro. You know what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah, I would. That nigga do buddy look like one of my kin folks, bro. This shit is crazy. Oh damn! Anytime I see this nigga, I'm like, bro, this nigga. I swear I seen this nigga at a family cookout at some point in my life. But let's see. That
Hey,
shit.
Sean, I be still forget you dark. Like I see your PF, it's like a dark skinned nigga with dreads. Sometimes
That's
I still be
Juice
thinking you light
WRLD.
skinned, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, nigga, that's Juice WRLD.
Oh, that's Juice WRLD. I thought that was you. I'm like, oh shit.
Ah, that's
You
Juice
thought I was
WRLD.
dark skinned. Sometimes you be on the phone, be like, this nigga bad. I be like, this nigga Zach Levine. But he never said he was light skinned. But I gotta tell you, it was a time where everybody thought he was
Oh
light
my
skinned. He never really
god,
said he
bro.
was, but he
I
never
hated
denied
it.
it. Cause niggas be like, shut your light skinned ass up. He never be like, nigga, I'm not light skinned.
Bro,
Yeah,
I ain't
Winston's
got
really
this shit
sound
on
light
hot.
skinned.
Oh
Yeah,
my
my girl
god.
said you sound like a Mexican, but then you turn the camera on, this nigga look like fucking Tiger Woods or some shit. You're like, what the fuck? It look like fucking Lionel Richie. Yeah, he look like the nigga off Everyday Chris. You do look like that nigga, bro. A little bit. You be like, what the fuck? I think I'm talking to Drew, but it be fucking Chris ass. Like, what the
Oh,
fuck?
everybody hates me.
We gonna watch that shit now. We gonna watch that. We gonna
Oh,
watch X-Men too, but we gonna
hey,
watch
hey, low key,
Evil
did y'all
Dead.
see? Did y'all check out the Kevin Hart cartoon? That shit is funny too, bro. That shit
Hell
on
no,
B.
Kevin Hart got a cartoon. Hell no,
Hell
that
yeah,
nigga. Is Kevin Hart even funny? So
man.
sometimes
The
he be hit or miss. I ain't gonna
cartoon. I
lie.
only seen one episode so far, but it's alright, man. That shit's funny though. Everybody hates Chris. That's hilarious. Yeah, I really. Yeah, that shit was some wild shit at that
Lionel
time.
Richie, that nigga was racist. Lionel Richie, I'm like, damn, that nigga
That's what,
violating
hey,
this
that's
nigga.
when I still bring that shit up. When Lord ran, the big worm came through.
Oh yeah, when you said damn, when you said some racist shit, this nigga said something. I forgot what you said. You said you
I
was
said
arguing
something
about
about
Steph Curry. You was saying something like Steph Curry ain't no fucking Mexican. The fuck out of here. Why would he be no no? Why would he be fucking Mexicans? And then what do Mexicans eat? Fucking burritos and tacos. And then he was
the
all
word.
like, a nigga was all like, oh bro, I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not Mexican. He's like the same shit. And then the nigga was on there. He was like Puerto Rican or he was like what? He was like what?
He said what?
And that nigga Sean went on mute. I think he left. He was
Uh,
he didn't even
uh,
address that shit. He was like, "What?" He's like, "Tell Sean get back on here, fool." So he's like, "Tell get back on here." What the fuck? That
uh,
nigga Sean went too far. He was like, "Oh shit." He said, "Yeah, bro," but he said, "I get what you saying, but I'm
oh
Puerto
no,
Rican." That nigga
I
said,
said
"What's
D
the
Money.
difference?"
I said I remember I told him I was like, man, if I didn't have my other kinfolk on here, I would have said something wild to your ass.
Oh yeah, he's like, what you gonna say?
That nigga said
And
what?
hey, Lord ran and shit. A lot of them niggas to be over there on Mookie shit. I had Reggie come through one night. Maybe you know what I'm
Oh, okay.
saying. Maybe that was on my every real gamer. They've been deleting my channels, bro. So
Rated R debates, yeah.
I try to do Mavs Fan on crack because as a shield, I'm like it's sports, bro, it's sports. But when I talk about the real shit, it's like a cover. Because
Hey,
when I
what
was trying to
happened?
come,
what happened with you remember Showtime?
Showtime, I think.
Show,
Yeah, a lot of them
Showtime.
niggas got their own channels like Greenleaf. Like, I
But
gotta tap back in.
I try to look up Showtime's channel and I didn't see it there.
I don't know.
So I
I
don't
tried to
know.
look up. Probably look on Greenleaf, bro. Greenleaf
Okay.
exclusive. A lot of niggas. It's like everybody. It was like after. I feel like after like it was like the great split. Niggas done split off everywhere. But niggas
Oh,
either
okay.
on Mookie shit. You can find them on Greenleaf. Cause where Ant? I know Ant looking for my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he a
Oh yeah,
Patriot fan.
Ant still got a channel. I gotta go over there and support his channel.
And Wilt,
Support Ant
hey,
shit.
I just looked up Wilt's shit. He still got his shit up too.
Will Strong.
Yeah. Wilt
Oh, yeah.
Strong podcast. Yeah.
So look, let me see. This is gonna happen. I'm gonna hit the niggas up, and then eventually over time, it's gonna take a while. 'Cause, niggas can't coordinate whatever, but we're gonna get back online and shit. That's what
Yeah.
y'all need and shit. We're gonna bring that shit back together. But yeah, but y'all niggas fuck with Greenleaf exclusive.
Yeah, shout
Y'all
out
go
to
fuck with
Greenleaf. Salute to Greenleaf. Always been a real.
Breaking Sanity Network. Y'all go fuck with Reddit R Sports Debates. Y'all go fuck with
They delete.
old head with old head podcast.
Yeah, they deleted my shit for some StreamYard suspended me, so I don't have a channel. So it didn't matter anyway. I guess it falls into the territory. I never kept my shit, so it's cool.
But you had some shit on there though. But people will still keep your channel. But you had your StreamYard, but if you get your YouTube, because I know they deleted all my YouTube channels, but one of my YouTube channels I had a subscription, so
Yeah, I seen
people
it.
will
It's mad.
subscribe like
Mavs on crack.
notifications. They have your notice on, but it's hard to build because I lost D Money, which was the main channel. Then Every Road Gamer was kind of like a backup. Then I lost that bitch. So this one, but really, you been helping me. Mookie been helping me. Fucking Saint, Reggie to a certain degree. So like everybody really been helping me. Even Ghost Town, you know what I'm saying? Ghost
Yeah,
Town be shouting me out over there. We'll be mid argument, and he'll just find a way to shout my shit out. I'd be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So
that's
it's
the.
really been on me just staying consistent and shit with the shit, but it'll be all right. I don't like saying it out loud because when I say it out loud, it don't happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna chill
Yeah,
out.
sometimes you gotta. Sometimes when you pray, you gotta pray in silence.
Yeah. Hey, bro, I'm gonna get out of here, bro. And
Yes, sir.
follow Mavs Fan on Crack Shots. I'm gonna nigga Dominique, bro. Sean, Saint,
Yes,
you
sir.
a bitch. Dragon, you a bitch. You an evil ass bitch. Saint, you fucked up. Why you letting this evil ass bitch ring you? You know what I'm saying? And if you got a problem with what I said, call me, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But Dragon, you evil as fuck. We know you evil. Take that shit back to you know what I'm saying? Why do you want to control black kings? You know what I'm saying? Control them white people over there. That's all I gotta say. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm out, y'all. Peace.